Chapter 1501. Within Luo Feng's small universe, Mountain Passenger flew into a gradually forming space. The vast land was slowly forming too. Mountain Passenger observed carefully, smiling and nodding. This universe's structure is indeed not normal. Even though he didn't know the true structure of the universe, he could still see a part of it. Mountain Passenger could feel the difference too. Luo Feng. Mountain Passenger waved his hand and an elegant palace appeared beside him. Mountain Passenger walked straight in and said, "I'll stay within your small universe. Right now the 450,000 realm beasts are outside. Sense carefully. The moment they attack, inform me immediately." "Yes, teacher." A voice resounded from the distance. The 450,000 realm beasts hadn't attacked yet. It was just a form of deterrence. Luo Feng couldn't let Mountain Passenger guard all the time. To guard such a huge small universe, the price would definitely not be small. Naturally, it wouldn't be too late to inform him when the realm beasts start devouring. In another part of the small universe, within a ship, Luo Feng's god energy clone was together with Morosa. "Master, the number of realm beasts in that region has already dropped to less than 50,000. Morosa said. Luo Feng nodded. At this time his body was already near that region. He didn't continue forward, because he didn't have a clear target yet. After all, with so many realm beasts, the moment he attacked one, the others would know. Hence the moment he attacked, he had to catch a big fish. Naturally he had to wait. Morosa, just keep an eye on him. At the same time, sense the energy of each and every one of them." Luo Feng said, "Some world beasts eat more, some eat less. I'll keep a close eye on those that eat more. If you feel it's about to reach level 5, inform me immediately." From 450,000 to less than 50,000. On average, 1 out of every 9 realm beasts would survive. However, in reality, some of the stronger ones would kill and eat even faster, maybe eating 20 to 30 realm beasts. And some of them would have a hard time winning, maybe killing for a long time before winning, maybe eating 5 to 6 realm beasts. The chances of reaching level 5 were naturally different. "Yes," Morosa replied respectfully. Time passed. Luo Feng could clearly see that the huge model's light spots were constantly decreasing. The 450,000 realm beasts surrounding his small universe didn't move at all. Obviously, if he didn't move, they wouldn't move either. Once he attacked or something else, these realm beasts would react accordingly. Less than 3,000. Luo Feng looked at the lights, from 450,000 to less than 3,000. One could imagine how fast it was decreasing. There were less than 3,000 light dots. Even Luo Feng could see them clearly. "No 5th level appeared?" Luo Feng asked. "Rest assured, Master. Right now, it's only suspected that a level 5 has been born, but even if it's born, it'll be someone who just broke through. If his master were to charge over, he would end up alarming the entire realm beast horde, and the gains would not make up for the losses. As long as we wait a little longer, there will definitely be a few who are at the 5th step." Luo Feng nodded. "Remember, don't ever let a level 6 be born." "I will be careful. It is very difficult for a level 6 realm beast to be born. Previously, there were only 450,000 realm beasts. Almost 2/3 of the realm beast's energy had to be gathered in one realm beast before it could transform into a level 6 realm beast. So don't worry, Master. I will inform Master of any threats as soon as possible." Luo Feng nodded. Time ticked by. It wasn't just Luo Feng who was worried, even the true gods in the virtual universe panicked. However, they didn't dare disturb Luo Feng. "Master, we can depart now," Morosa suddenly said. "Depart?" Luo Feng's eyes gleamed. "Right now, there are less than 1,000 realm beasts in this region, of which there are 3 that are definitely level 5. Morosa said. Luo Feng pondered. "Only 3 are definitely level 5? These 3 realm beasts have been extremely fast while killing and devouring. According to the amount of realm beasts they've devoured, they've definitely reached level 5. Of course, they're still far from level 6. Comparing level 5 and 6. Out of 33 level 5 realm beasts, only one level 6 could be born. No rush. Luo Feng creased his eyebrows. The amount of realm beasts I can kill is very little. I'll kill them while they're stronger. Let them devour more realm beasts. The number of realm beasts continued to decrease. 800. 600. 300. Master, right now there are only 210 realm beasts left. Morasa said anxiously. There are 10 that have definitely reached level 5. The other 7 should have just reached level 5 not too long ago. And these 3 are the most powerful. Luo Feng looked over. It was time to act. If he waited any longer, it would only increase the chances of reaching level 6. 3. Luo Feng locked onto those 3 realm beasts. Within the endless chaos energy flow, a silver-armored Luo Feng stood in mid-air. The moment I kill a realm beast, I'll definitely be discovered. Luo Feng thought. When that happens, the other realm beasts will start to flee. However, I'll teleport even further. I'll definitely be able to kill another one. Hence, I'll at least be able to kill 2 realm beasts. Killing 3 is pretty much my limit. Killing 4 will depend on luck. Luo Feng's target was naturally the strongest realm beast. Depart. Shua. 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 Luo Feng immediately used his high-frequency ultra-long-distance teleportation to rush over. He was originally not too far away from that region. Within 3 minutes, he neared Morasa's most important realm beast. Morasa said, Master, this is the realm beast Chiya. When I was at my peak, it was about the same level as me. Before this devouring, I already suspected it to be level 4, this time, it's devoured the most realm beasts. According to my estimation, it's the one closest to level 6. Its current strength is definitely at the pinnacle of level 5. Chiya? Luo Feng immediately teleported closer, simultaneously carefully sensing. Ha ha ha. A malevolent realm beast floated in mid-air. It was wantonly devouring another realm beast. Being devoured by me is your honor. I'm the destined final king. The realm beast Chiya was very confident. It had always been at the pinnacle of the realm beast. The last time Luo Feng killed over 8 million realm beasts, it caused many of the pinnacle realm beasts to die. Especially when he killed Bei Di. The moment Bei Di died, Chiya was already level 4 back then. Naturally it stood at the pinnacle. And this time, while devouring each other, it naturally used all its strength. It was certain that it was the fastest. The moment I reach level 6, I'll have 10,000 clones. I'll never die. I have ways to kill my opponents one by one. Even if I'm surrounded and attacked, I'll only lose a single clone. I can fail hundreds and thousands of times. However, those realm beasts can't fail even once. The realm beast Chiya was incomparably confident. The final king will definitely be me. The first to become a level 6 realm beast was destined to be the king. This was the logic. Next, the realm beast Chiya sensed the realm beast that was closest to him, and immediately wanted to teleport over. The surrounding space suddenly froze. Not good. The realm beast Chiya's heart trembled. He hadn't even seen who it was. Just the space froze was enough to make the realm beast Chiya panic. It was the Milky Way leader, it had to be him. It was currently already at the forefront of evolution. It had the highest hopes of becoming the king. And on this path, its greatest enemy was the Milky Way leader Luo Feng. The moment it was intercepted by him, it would be over. If it wasn't intercepted, it would be able to soar to level 6 and finally become the king. Howl, the realm beast Chiya's 2 heads looked over. In the distance, a silver-armored man appeared. That resplendent 5 pairs of wings were even more dazzling. Hate. Chiya's 2 eyes were filled with madness and unwillingness. It was really hate. Just a little more. If it wasn't for this Milky Way leader intercepting him, he would have a high chance of becoming the final king. However, now, it was all for nothing. According to the plans of the entire realm beast race, the moment this Milky Way leader came out to kill them, it would mean the cruelest situation. The Milky Way leader Luo Feng no longer cared about his own small universe, and the first to be attacked was naturally the sacrificial lamb. Chiya became the sacrificial lamb. Milky Way leader. Chiya roared, "You will regret this, you will regret this." In the distance, the silver-armored man didn't care at all. The resplendent wings on his back immediately glowed brightly. He ignited his god energy to the extreme and immediately enveloped the endless space around him, forming a small universe. The Milky Way leader is attacking me. He's attacking me, he's right here, right here. Chiya immediately began to madly communicate to the other realm beasts, except for Morosha. Destroy his small universe, destroy his small universe. Comrades, avenge me. Chiya's heart was filled with hatred and unwillingness, after which, he roared and immediately charged towards the distant silver-armored man. At the same time, the blood runes on his body began to revolve. Obviously, he didn't hesitate to unleash his strongest killing move, destruction. He's right here with me. He's right here with me. Destroy his small universe. Destroy his small universe. The realm beast Chiya's voice was filled with hatred and hatred. It resounded within the minds of every single realm beast. This was the plan agreed upon by the 900,000 realm beasts. They were fighting to the death to choose a level 6 realm beast. The moment a level 6 realm beast was born, this battle would be considered a victory for the realm beast. His small universe is surrounded by us, and he still dares to kill his way out? This Milky Way leader is really going all out. He doesn't even care about his small universe. He's going all out. The realm beasts were furious too. The Milky Way leader was going all out too. The realm beasts were going all out too. Devour his small universe. That huge small universe's outer space was surrounded by 450,000 realm beasts. The densely packed realm beasts were scattered all over the place. Following their angry roars, all of the realm beasts immediately teleported towards that small universe. Very quickly, it was within their devouring range. Devour it! Devour it! Over 450,000 realm beasts, at the same time, shot out countless twisted beams of light from their bodies. They pierced through space and enveloped Luo Feng's incomparably huge, small universe. To be continued. If you like this work, please come to Chidien.com to vote for me. Your support is my greatest motivation. Chapter 1502. The chaos energy floated about, the land was constantly expanding. On this vast land there was a beautiful palace. That was Mountain Guest's palace. It's almost been 20 days. Mountain Guest sat leisurely. Before him was a crystal-clear table with a wine flask. He leisurely raised his wine cup. It had been close to 20 days since he arrived in Luo Feng's small universe. He had been waiting for the moment the realm beasts would devour Luo Feng's small universe. The reason why he waited so long, actually Luo Feng's flight to the First Era's small universe region was extremely short. The main reason was that the time taken by the realm beasts to kill and devour was extremely long. The realm beasts originally needed trillions of eras to evolve to the final emperor. No matter how fast they were shrinking, every time they devoured, they needed to be digested, and skipping levels, like level 3 to level 4, 4 to level 5, required even more time. Rumble, a formless energy immediately rippled through the entire small universe. Mountain Guest's expression changed. They've begun devouring? When the realm beasts devoured the origin energy, in theory, the life forms within the small universe shouldn't be able to sense it. However, with 450,000 realm beasts devouring at the same time, it caused a huge tremor in space, affecting the entire small universe. Within Luo Feng's small universe origin energy, 100,000 planets revolved around the void in the center. The void was also constantly rotating and swallowing. The powerful swallowing force caused the chaotic airflow in the void outside the small universe to form a huge whirlpool. Suddenly, another powerful energy pierced through space and descended upon the origin energy, trying its best to devour the origin energy. It's here. A God energy clone formed within the origin energy. It was Luo Feng's God energy clone. Block it. Luo Feng's willpower infused within the origin energy, trying his best to block it. Rumble, the entire origin energy was trembling. The 100,000 celestial bodies that had been spinning peacefully all this time suddenly shone brightly and began to spin with all their might. At the same time, the vortex of nothingness in the center also produced a monstrous suction force, and the 450,000 strands of devouring force instantly began to collapse. It was like a tug of war. Luo Feng's side was pulling, the 450,000 realm beasts were pulling. However, the moment they touched, the realm beasts completely crumbled. What? Luo Feng was shocked. How can this be? The 450,000 realm beasts surrounding Luo Feng in the small universe space were all shocked. Both sides were shocked. No one had expected such an ending. So easy. Luo Feng carefully felt his own origin. 100,000 planets revolved constantly, everything was gathered in the whirlpool. With this feeling, Luo Feng suddenly understood. 100,000 heavens, beginning of one origin? So that's how it is. Luo Feng instantly understood. Ordinary true gods, even the broken East River lineage, and the ascended godly monarch stage powerhouses, although their universe structure was incomparably profound, there were still some flaws. Against a world beasts devouring, one was destined to be devoured. The willpower buff would only make the devouring slower, however Luo Feng was different. At the beginning of 1 Yuan, the structure of the 100,000 heavens was the result of Luo Feng's comprehension of the most mysterious life structure diagram of the 100,000 life forms. It had the same effect as the 100,000 life genetic hierarchy diagram. They both had the same characteristic: perfect, no leaks. Luo Feng's God energy could even be converted to the world beast's energy. Even if his small universe suffered a huge tremor, even if the planets within were to shatter, as long as the beginning of 1 Yuan was there, he could still swiftly regenerate the 100,000 heavens. It was eternal and indestructible, everything began with it, and it was perfect without leaks. This was a small universe that was incomparably perfect the moment it was born. Since it was perfect without leaks, no matter how much it was devoured, it wouldn't be able to be devoured. And other small universes, once they were born, they weren't perfect without leaks, naturally they would be devoured. This was also why the other true god's small universe was only 100 million light-years in diameter. Luo Feng's, however, was 1 billion light-years in diameter. Maybe Luo Feng's small universe wasn't as big as void or eternal gods. However, when Luo Feng became a void or eternal god, he would definitely be above them, because this was a structure that was naturally perfect without leaks. Actually, just like the evolution of the world beasts, they were also evolving towards a perfect life form when the final king was born. The final world beast king would be like Luo Feng, able to convert the world beast's energy into God energy, able to easily change his energy, change everything, etc. He also had many other talents like nurturing, devouring, etc. The devouring of a world beast king, that was terrifying. Even Luo Feng's small universe, even the primal universe, couldn't resist it. Because the world beast king represented true destruction, the primal universe had to destroy itself and convert into energy to resist. As for Luo Feng's small universe, even though it had potential, its talent was much weaker, it was still countered. However, it was countered by the world beast king. These normal world beasts, their life forms hadn't even evolved to perfection. Just relying on their talent, against Luo Feng's small universe that was already perfect without leaks, they naturally couldn't devour anything. No matter how they swallowed, They couldn't even get a bit. Luo Feng was stunned at first, after which he was overjoyed. The 450,000 world beasts outside were in disbelief too. They had always thought of themselves as high above, thinking that their birth was incomparably noble, thinking that against them, those small universes would only end up being devoured. However, today they had bitten a metal plate, their teeth were broken, yet they didn't manage to get anything. Luo Feng, mountain passenger who had teleported out of the palace, had a serious expression. He said to the distant chaotic energy flow, "Do you need me to protect you?" Mountain passenger had a feeling that such a huge commotion was probably caused by the world beasts devouring him. "No problem, teacher, those world beasts can't do anything to me." Luo Feng's voice resounded. "Can't do anything to them?" Mountain passenger was shocked. "They can swallow the other true god's small universe, but they can't swallow mine." Luo Feng's voice resounded. Mountain passenger was extremely shocked, following which a smile appeared on his face. Right, even he had never heard of anyone being able to reach a diameter of 1,000,000,000 light-years in a true god's small universe. Only such a unique situation could have such a result. "Haha, then you don't need me here anymore." Mountain passenger laughed loudly, immediately leaving Luo Feng's small universe. In the distant first cycle small universe region, Luo Feng was battling with the level 5 world beast Chiya in space. The world beast Chiya was unleashing his destruction, using all his strength to survive. Beidi was only level 5 back then, probably not even at the pinnacle of level 5. "I'm stronger than it, maybe I can survive." Chiya unleashed his destruction, using all his strength. However, suddenly a message was transmitted. It was stunned. It actually failed to swallow Luo Feng's small universe? It couldn't swallow Luo Feng's small universe? Humph. Facing the world beast Chiya's shock, Luo Feng wielded his blood shadow blade and used all his strength to slash. Luo Feng was looking forward to fighting with a level 5 world beast. That was because a level 5 world beast could unleash destruction. He had only seen Beidi use it twice before, and each time was a chance for him to peek at the destruction source energy. This Chiya had already unleashed it 3 times in a frenzy, allowing Luo Feng to gain a lot. "Even if I unleash destruction, I still won't be able to escape from it." The world beast Chiya was about to unleash a world light tunnel. At the same time Luo Feng's blood shadow blade slashed out, a water droplet noiselessly entered the world beast Chiya's body. This was Luo Feng's most proficient and strongest soul enslavement technique, 3-star world. Previously, he used this technique to enslave Morosa. Whether or not this enslavement succeeds depended on the soul and willpower. Realm beasts from level 1 to 6 were all true god level. Even though they evolved, the soul's evolution wasn't that huge. The main thing was that the world within their bodies was rising, their comprehension was rising, and the battle techniques they unleashed were becoming more profound and profound. They also gradually gained more ultimate moves, like the World Light Tunnel, World Light Domain, Destruction, etc. Chiya's soul was stronger than Morosa's soul, but not by much. As for willpower, the two of them were the best of the best amongst the world beasts. Right now, this intense battle and rapid evolution, even though it caused the world within Chiya's body to grow stronger, it didn't do much to his willpower. Just like Luo Feng, when he was comprehending his 100,000 times life genetic level, comprehending the workings of the universe, only then did his willpower evolve to the limit of an eternal true god. As for becoming a true god from the universe lord level, his willpower didn't improve at all. In theory, if I can enslave Morosa, then I can enslave Chiya too. Luo Feng thought. The world beast Chiya's 2 eyes were first filled with confusion, following closely was a painful struggle. Explode. It exploded loudly. Grasping the last bit of clarity, the world beast Chiya self-destructed. He knew that if he hesitated any longer, he would be completely trapped. The world beast Chi didn't have the time to use the world light tunnel to escape, so he could only choose the only path of freedom, self-destruct. It actually didn't succeed? Luo Feng creased his eyebrows. Back in the world beast nest, he had to be extremely careful, hence he didn't enslave any of the world beasts. However, this time, he wanted to go on a killing spree. If he could enslave a level 5 world beast, he could totally make the level 5 world beast split up with him and kill even more world beasts. This Chiya is after all similar to Morosa and Beidi. They've long stood at the pinnacle. Their willpower is naturally extremely strong. Luo Feng shook his head. Maybe if it was someone with a weaker willpower, I could enslave it. So, Luo Feng immediately teleported and disappeared, chasing after the next world beast. The death of the world beast Chi didn't even cause a ripple within the group of world beasts, because the entire group was shocked by the news of being unable to swallow Luo Feng's small universe. They were all shocked and enraged. Execute the final abandonment plan. Abandonment plan. This is the humiliation of us world beasts. The final plan. When the world beasts all escaped from their nests, they had already prepared this plan. This final abandonment plan was also the cruelest plan. It required many world beasts to be sacrificed. It was very unfair. However, it was also the plan that the world beasts thought. There was a 100% chance of a level 6 world beast emerging. Executing this plan, from their point of view, was the humiliation of the noble world beasts. However, right now, they had no choice but to execute it. They couldn't do anything to Luo Feng. They couldn't do anything to Luo Feng's small universe. Luo Feng could kill them as much as he wanted, enslaving them. They had to make one last gamble, giving birth to a level 6 world beast, according to the rules of the highest level, forcing Morosa to appear, allowing the final emperor to be born. As long as the world beast emperor was born, Luo Feng would definitely die. This was the cruelty. Many of the world beasts weren't willing to execute it, only in the end would they choose the abandonment plan. Go! 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 The over 450,000 world beasts that were surrounding Luo Feng's small universe immediately teleported in all directions, swiftly escaping far away. Why didn't the recommendation votes reach number 1? Tomato watched with tears in his eyes. Brothers, please spend a few seconds throwing votes. To be continued. If you like this work, you're welcome to come to Chidian. Come and vote. Your support is my biggest motivation. Chapter 1503. The closest two of the 450,000 realm beasts maintained a distance of over 10 million light-years. They were completely scattered and fled. Even though Luo Feng knew their coordinates through Maruza, he couldn't do anything about it. Flee! Even though you small fries are weak, there are too many of you. I can't deal with all of you, but once you reach level 5, there won't be many left. Luo Feng thought. There were a total of 900,000 realm beasts. Even in the most perfect situation, he estimated there would only be about 100 level 5 realm beasts. In truth, some of the realm beasts ate a lot, hence the number of level 5 realm beasts produced would only be about 10. What he had to do was to kill all the level 5 beasts. This was very difficult. However, he had to fight for it. Shwa, shwa, shwa. After Luo Feng ordered the realm beast Chiya to self-destruct, he used his super long-distance teleportation to chase after another realm beast. Back in the first reincarnation era, among the 450,000 realm beasts that fought and evolved, there were 3 that stood at the pinnacle. They were Chiya, Meng Chao and Ong Si. Like Chiya, Maruza and Beidi, they all stood at the pinnacle long ago. All of them were absolutely outstanding. This Meng Chao rose swiftly during the battle. Its willpower might be weaker than Chiya and Maruza. I should have a chance of enslaving it, Luo Feng thought. Who, swiftly chasing. Before, when Chiya was attacked and sent the message, including Meng Chao, the group of realm beasts all fled in different directions. This made it harder for Luo Feng to chase after them. 1. The space immediately froze. No. The realm beast Meng Chao that was fleeing was shocked. Its two heads turned to look into the distance. In the distant space, a silver-armored, silver-winged man appeared. It was the realm beast's most feared target, the Milky Way leader. The distant Milky Way leader glanced at it, after which the vast space around it immediately sunk into a small universe. A powerful binding force acted on it. Shua. Luo Feng used a teleportation to get close. Within the small universe he formed with a thought, he could completely freeze the space around the opponent. Luo Feng naturally could teleport very close to the opponent and fly at high speed. Destroy. The world beast Meng Cricket roared. Behind him, the blood engravings as a skeleton quickly formed a huge light world beast. The two roared simultaneously and a glaring revolving whirlpool shot towards Luo Feng. The ghost blade in Luo Feng's hand also instantly swung out. An equally dazzling platinum-colored crescent saber light instantly rushed over. The curved blade light collided with the vortex. The vortex passage actually collapsed first. The arc-shaped blade light cut through everything before it gradually collapsed. At this moment, a drop of water silently invaded the body of the realm beast, Meng Cricket, along with the shockwave of an explosion. Enslavement secret art, 3-star realm. It was the strongest enslavement mystic technique created by the super-existence of the extinct Jin nation, Jin. It was also the strongest enslavement mystic technique in Jin nation. Luo Feng carefully examined the world beast Meng Cricket, his eyes filled with anticipation. Hopefully, the enslavement would be successful this time. Meng Jie stood blankly in the void, not moving an inch. The surrounding shockwaves had gradually weakened, and the void had also gradually returned to normal. Ha! Luo Feng could feel Meng Cricket's soul. Meng Cricket's soul was already under his control. This made Luo Feng smile. Meng Cricket, wake up! Meng Cricket's two eyes slowly regained their color. I'm the king. The world beast Meng Cricket was stunned. Looking at Luo Feng before him, he was completely awake. With a bit of bitterness, he immediately said respectfully, "Greetings, master." Luo Feng nodded. "I'll go chase after Ong Si. You go chase after the nearest world beast." "Yes, master." The world beast Meng Cricket said respectfully. Shua. Luo Feng and the world beast Meng Cricket both teleported, heading in different directions. He couldn't possibly bring Meng Cricket along. The moment he did, he would be discovered by the other world beasts. This would make it much harder for him to chase after them. However, letting Meng Cricket move alone would instead cause the escaping world beasts to panic and change directions, making it easier for him to chase after them. Meng Cricket has been enslaved. Meng Cricket has been enslaved. He's joined the Milky Way leader's side just like Maruza. All the escaping world beasts could feel it. They could still feel Maruza and Meng Cricket's presence. However, it was obvious they belonged to another faction. They hated it. Be careful of the Milky Way leader's enslavement technique. Don't get enslaved by him. The moment you get caught by the Milky Way leader, you'd rather self-destruct than be enslaved. When Luo Feng was dealing with the last of the 3 world beasts, Ong Si, he realized that the moment he unleashed his small universe technique, Ong Si didn't even exchange blows with him and immediately self-destructed. Rumble! The shockwave shot out in all directions, hitting Luo Feng. Luo Feng's wings were slightly fluttering. He frowned. "I've just successfully enslaved Meng Cricket. These world beasts are actually this crazy, self-destructing the moment I catch up?" Actually, the world beasts had no other choice. Bei Di, Chia and Meng Cricket, these were all level 5 world beasts. As long as they met Luo Feng, none of them could escape. This made the world beasts understand that no matter how much they struggled, they would still die. Since that was the case, as long as Luo Feng caught up, they would self-destruct. Otherwise, being enslaved would only increase Luo Feng's strength. Within Luo Feng's small universe. Within the ship. Maruza was controlling the huge universe map, simultaneously saying uneasily, "Master, you currently have 9 slaves. However, I'm the weakest one." Luo Feng glanced at Maruza. Yes. In the past 8 days, Luo Feng first killed Chiya, enslaved Meng Cricket and made Ong Si self-destruct. After that, Luo Feng chased after another level 5 world beast. That too immediately self-destructed. This made Luo Feng understand that it was probably impossible to enslave them by himself. Hence, he moved together with Meng Cricket. Bringing Meng Cricket, they locked onto a target and immediately teleported to chase after it. Even though the beast being chased knew that Meng Cricket was chasing from behind. However, Luo Feng and Meng Cricket were getting closer and closer, because Luo Feng's teleportation distance was simply too far, even stronger than a level 5 world beast. When they caught up, Meng Cricket would meet them. When the world beasts fought and killed each other, their worlds reacted to each other. Even if they wanted to self-destruct, they wouldn't be able to. In the world beast nest, when the world beasts fought, some of them had huge grudges, but none of them self-destructed. Because they couldn't self-destruct when they fought and killed their own kind, at this time, Luo Feng secretly used his enslavement technique to enslave that world beast, succeeding in an instant. As time passed, Luo Feng relied on this technique to follow different slaves, simultaneously letting Meng Cricket and the others surround them one by one, causing some of the world beasts to panic and flee. Including Meng Cricket, he managed to enslave 8 world beasts. "This time I've enslaved 8 world beasts." Luo Feng looked at Maruza. 5 of them are level 5 and 3 of them are level 4. And you are a level 2 world beast. However, I've promised. As long as you work hard for me, I'll get many world beasts for you to devour. Luo Feng said, "Only one of the world beasts I've enslaved will survive, and you will be that one." Maruza was overjoyed when he heard that. Luo Feng, however, was very calm. A level 2 devouring a level 5 was the same as a level 5 devouring a level 2, the evolution was the same. As long as a level 2 devoured a level 5, it would be able to reach level 5 in one step. Those were all his slaves. With just a thought, he would be able to prevent them from self-destructing. It's destined, only one of them can survive. Luo Feng thought. World beasts, huh? If I really have no way to stop the birth of a level 6 world beast, then I'll use all my strength to nurture a level 6 world beast. Luo Feng had no other choice. The reason he enslaved was because of this method. Right now, among the world beasts he had enslaved, there were a total of 5 level 5 world beasts, of which Meng Cricket's evolution rate was the highest. However, just based on these, it wasn't enough to produce a level 6. Master, look. Maruza pointed at the huge universe map. Back in the first cycle, the world beasts had long escaped into the Lost Ocean region. Master, you've also rushed into the Lost Ocean region to hunt them down. However, right now, the 450,000 world beasts that surrounded your small universe have mostly escaped into the Lost Ocean region, leaving only 30,000 of them within the normal regions of the universe sea. Master, the following chase will be very difficult, Maruza said. Luo Feng frowned. Yes. The Lost Ocean region was a region that the various races of the universe sea had yet to explore. The moment one entered there, without any known reference points, one would be lost in the vast universe sea, forever unable to find their way back. However, the world beasts still rushed forward, rushing into the Lost Ocean region. Only 30,000 of them didn't rush in. Luo Feng too rushed into the Lost Ocean region. The reason he dared to rush was because even though he was in the Lost Ocean region, Luo Feng's main body had been moving with Meng Chue and the others. Meng Chue and the others could clearly sense Maruza's position, completely relying on his senses to return. This was also the reason why the world beasts dared to enter the Lost Ocean region. This is troublesome. The Lost Ocean region is vast. The world beasts are madly fleeing in all directions. Luo Feng thought, Chasing this world beast will cause the distance between me and the other one to increase. After enslaving 8 world beasts, Luo Feng felt powerless because in the Lost Ocean region, he had to bring a world beast with him. This made the escaping world beasts try their best to increase the distance between them. There were even some that used natural wormholes to instantly escape far away. Luo Feng was in the Lost Ocean region. He had no way to accurately follow them. He could only confirm where they were and chase in a straight line. When they used natural wormholes to escape, Luo Feng was dumbfounded. Because he couldn't find any natural wormholes. Time passed. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Other than Maruza, Luo Feng had enslaved 8 other world beasts. After killing a group of them, even though he wasn't satisfied, he finally chose to return. While choosing to return, Luo Feng also understood, the birth of a level 6 world beast could no longer be stopped. To be continued. If you like this work, please come to Chidian.com to vote for me. Your support is my greatest motivation. Chapter 1504. Luo Feng's body was on the way back, and within Luo Feng's small universe. Master, Maruza said respectfully, there are many realm beasts that escaped to the Lost Ocean region of the universe. The second batch of 450,000 realm beasts, 420,000 of them, have all escaped into the Lost Ocean region. Including the first batch that Master chased and killed, the number that Master has killed and enslaved is far from half of the first batch. Just these realm beasts that escaped into the Lost Ocean region killing each other, there could even be 2 level 6 realm beasts. Luo Feng nodded. 900,000 realm beasts could probably give birth to 3 level 6 realm beasts. He had only killed and enslaved a small portion of them, the rest could definitely give birth to 2 more realm beasts. However, according to the fate of the realm beasts, 2 level 6 realm beasts have to kill each other, only one can survive. Maruza said. Fate Iron Law. It was the process of the realm beast race giving birth to the final king, to facilitate the birth of the final king. There were a total of 4 rules. The first rule, no 2 level 6 realm beasts could coexist, they had to kill each other, even their clones had to kill each other, only one could survive. The second rule, during the breeding period, the final king had to be born, at the final time, they would be forced to kill each other and eat each other, only one could survive. The third rule, if there were only 2 realm beasts left, no matter how strong they were, they had to kill each other, only one could survive. The fourth rule, the last surviving realm beast, no matter if it was level 1 or 6, would become the final king. Luo Feng creased his eyebrows. There were simply too many of them. Hundreds of thousands of them had scouted the different regions of the Lost Ocean region, confirming large amounts of reference points. Combining the scouted regions, the realm beasts had already obtained a portion of the Lost Ocean region's map. This allowed the realm beasts to easily use the natural wormholes to swiftly escape again and again. And Luo Feng had no way of chasing, because he didn't have the map. The moment the map was confirmed, no matter how Luo Feng chased, he was forced to retreat. There are still 30,000 realm beasts left. Maruza said respectfully. They didn't go to the Lost Ocean region, they were all scattered in the 3 great danger zones. The environment within the 3 danger zones is terrible, to hunt and kill them one by one is very difficult. Luo Feng understood. The 30,000 realm beasts left were the lighthouses. Although the realm beasts that had escaped to the Lost Sea domain had maps of some of the regions, because they had escaped too far, they were unable to return on their own. In the future, when a level 6 realm beast is born, Morosa said, by sensing the location of the remaining realm beasts, they will be able to kill their way back to the cosmic sea. Perhaps they are worried that Master will kill all the remaining realm beasts, as well as the realm beasts that have submitted to Master, causing them to be lost forever, unable to return. That was why there were a lot of realm beasts left behind, 30,000 of them. Master won't be able to kill them all within a short period of time. It was cruel. However, Luo Feng had to give it his all. When his body returned, the first thing he would do was head to the pinnacle world. The interior of Qingfeng World was extremely vast and was divided into many special regions. Right now, those realm beasts were burrowing into the special regions. He could even directly escape into some forbidden lands that would be difficult to come out of once he entered. Captured. Catch him! Catch him! The 30,000 world beasts that were left behind to act as the lighthouse were all level 2 world beasts. Their powers weren't that strong, they couldn't even self-destruct in front of Luo Feng. They were all forcefully kept into the Star Pagoda and eaten by Meng Cricket and the others. Luo Feng wouldn't go and enslave again, because there was a limit to the number. Damn! Within the Star Pagoda, the silver-armored and silver-winged Luo Feng gazed ahead. Within the endless darkness, there was a huge abyss. This was the core area of Qingfeng World, the famous Dark Channel region. They actually escaped into the Dark Channel region. The moment they enter, they can't come out at all. There's actually a total of 102 realm beasts hiding within. Did Luo Feng dare to enter? He didn't dare. He had already sent a god body to control a mechanical ship to enter. After entering, he couldn't come out at all. These realm beasts have no intention of coming out. Luo Feng shook his head. The 3 great danger areas, there were many similar dangerous areas. There were many that couldn't escape once they entered. Many of the realm beasts headed towards these areas. With Luo Feng's methods, there were some dangerous areas that he could charge out of, and some he couldn't. Luo Feng didn't dare test it himself. He could only let his god body do it. The previous 2 times, the god body controlled the mechanical ship and charged out. However, this time, after entering the Dark Channel region, he couldn't get out no matter what. 30,000 realm beasts, it's impossible to kill them all. Luo Feng sighed, following which he controlled the Star Pagoda and left. The distant lost ocean region, the universe sea, was simply too vast. The hundreds of thousands of realm beasts had only explored a small part of it. Right now, the hundreds of thousands of realm beasts were all gathered in this ocean region. Even though it was a small part, it was still tens of times larger than the ocean region Luo Feng and the other 2 great reincarnation eras controlled. Kill. You and I, only one of us can live. The 2 ferocious realm beasts madly slaughtered each other. Blood splattered everywhere. This slaughter continued in space. The hundreds of thousands of realm beasts were slaughtering and evolving. They were making use of everything to evolve. Time passed. In the blink of an eye, close to a year had passed. In this lost ocean region, there were only 2 surviving realm beasts. They were both level 6 realm beasts. Rumble, rumble, the powerful pressure caused the space to tremble. The 2 realm beasts stood in space and faced each other. One of them was wielding an axe. Their bodies were covered with even more complicated blood-colored tattoos. Simultaneously, a single horn grew out of their foreheads. The horn gleamed with a white light. This white light seemed to be able to destroy everything. Their auras were slightly different too. One was colder. The other was more berserk. We've both stepped into level 6. Only one of us can live. You're dead. Let me kill the Milky Way leader and become the last king. The 2 level 6 realm beasts engaged in a life and death battle in the distant lost ocean region. You died. He became the last surviving level 6 realm beast. After swallowing you, his strength swiftly rose to the pinnacle of level 6. After which, he immediately headed back. Milky Way leader. My noble realm beast clan is the final victor. He held the divine axe in his hand as he advanced through the void. Relying on the location of his companions, he wouldn't get lost. The thousands of realm beasts scattered in the 3 great danger zones that Luo Feng hadn't captured or killed were all extremely excited. Finally, the level 6 realm beast had arrived. After about a month, he finally stepped into this familiar ocean region. I'm here. Standing in the vast space, The horns on Mohe's two heads were bent, piercing towards the space above. White light glowed, his two eyes gleamed with madness. Mohe, I'll leave everything to you. Rumble. One of the rank 2 world beasts hiding in the flowing mountain self-destructed. Mohe, I believe you. Another realm beast hiding in the cosmos ship self-detonated. The final glory of our realm beasts will be protected by you. Kill that Milky Way leader. Our realm beast clan is the most noble. Realm beasts after realm beasts self-destructed. Those that Luo Feng didn't have the time to kill, or those that were hiding in dangerous areas and couldn't be killed, all of them self-destructed. They were all destroyed. The only truly free realm beast that wasn't enslaved was Mohe. Mohe. I will definitely protect the final glory of our noble realm beast clan. I will never allow that Milky Way leader to taint us. Howl. Mohe raised his two heads and roared. At this time, a formless fate enveloped him. He was already the last free realm beast. When Luo Feng was still shocked at the realm beasts exploding and disappearing, suddenly Morasa's expression changed. Master! 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 Morasa, along with Meng Chue and the other enslaved realm beasts in the 3 danger zones, were all shocked as they communicated to him. What's up? Luo Feng felt something was amiss. Why were the 9 enslaved realm beasts reporting to him at the same time? Master! Just now, when those realm beasts that were scattered all over the place self-destructed, we sensed fate. Morosa exclaimed in shock. Fate? Luo Feng was shocked. The realm beast race was affected by fate. There were 4 great iron rules. There are only the last survivors of the free realm beasts. Morasa said. Fate is telling us that we, the realm beasts that we serve, have to kill each other to determine the last surviving realm beast. And after that battle with the free realm beast, the last king will be born. This is the 5th rule, the one that just descended. What, the 5th rule? Luo Feng's expression changed. Free realm beasts? The enslaved realm beasts? They actually had to fight. Luo Feng thought back to when he first enslaved Morasa. He was warned by the supreme law. Obviously the realm beasts were the highest beings that represented destruction. To enslave them was already very difficult. Now that there was only one realm beast left alive, the 5th rule actually descended to hasten the birth of the last king, obviously not giving Luo Feng time to prepare. I have many enslaved realm beasts under me. I've watched them unleash destruction and studied it carefully. My level has been rising. As long as I have more time, my power will get stronger. My chances of surviving this calamity will also increase. However, the supreme law doesn't give me any more time. Luo Feng's expression was serious. It was already at the pinnacle of level 6 and couldn't rise any further. As he trained, he was able to rise. However, the 5th rule had descended, the last king had to be born. The final battle? Luo Feng's eyes gleamed with a complicated glow. Then let's do it. Luo Feng piloted the Star Pagoda back to the primal universe. His realm beasts devouring each other probably wouldn't be able to produce a level 6 realm beast. Hence, during the final battle between the realm beast and the enslaved realm beast, he would definitely act. If his side won, it would naturally be perfect. However, if that Mohe world beast became the last king, that would be a true calamity. Everything he had protected would be destroyed. Before this battle, at this time, Luo Feng was filled with anticipation and longing to see his family. The 2nd chapter has arrived. I've written the crucial part today. There's still the 3rd chapter. Not finished yet. If you like this work, please come to Chidian.com to vote for me. Your support is my greatest motivation. Chapter 1505. Luo Feng returned to the primal universe, back to the Milky Way sacred land. He was about to head for the final battle. Through Maruza, he knew the deadline. He didn't have much time left. At this time, he had no other thoughts except to see his family. Hua! Luo Feng landed on a bluestone paved walkway. In front of him was a simple courtyard. Outside the courtyard stood a graceful lady dressed in white. Looking at this lady, Luo Feng smiled. This was his wife Su Xian. A wife who always supported him from behind, with no regret. She didn't beg him, didn't force him to give her more time. Was it because she didn't love him? However, when he and the swallowing monster died together, when everyone thought he was dead, even Su Xian thought he was dead, after giving birth, she chose to die with him. Love didn't restrict him. It was a silent care and support. Feng. Su Xian smiled. Her smile was like the crescent moon in the night sky, calming Luo Feng's heart. His wife was the harbor of his heart. Luo Feng extended his hand, holding her hand. Let's go see father and mother. Su Xian didn't ask much. She had been waiting at the entrance. This courtyard was where her parents lived. Entering the courtyard, very quickly he saw Luo Hongguo and Gong Xian Lan sitting there chatting. Even after countless eras had passed, their looks were still the same. Feng. Luo Hongguo and Gong Xian Lan stood up. Dad, Mom. Luo Feng shouted. Seeing his parents, he felt like he was back in Earth's headquarters city, that tough student in the dojo. Luo Hongguo and Gong Xian Lan exchanged glances, feeling that something was wrong with Luo Feng. The current Luo Feng was already standing at the pinnacle of trillions of races, looking down on all life. Usually when he was with his parents, he was very calm. However, at this time he seemed to have lost his composure, almost like a child longing for his parents. This wasn't normal. The two of them realized this, but didn't say much. Come, sit. Su Xian, you sit too. Gong Xian Lan held her son's hand, pulling him to the side to sit. Su Xian too sat beside Luo Feng. Luo Feng chatted with his parents and wife, just like a normal person. Very quickly, his two sons Luo Ping and Luo Hai came, his own brother Luo Hua too. The whole family gathered together, chatting and laughing. However, they had all lived for so long, they could all feel that something was wrong with Luo Feng. It seemed normal, but it was because it was too normal that it was abnormal. Because what time was it now? Right now they were facing the world beast calamity. Luo Feng had been shouldering the responsibility. Why would he be here chatting with his family? But none of them said anything. They talked for a long time. Most of the time, it was Luo Hongguo, Gong Xian Lan, Luo Ping, and Luo Hai who spoke the most. It's about time. Luo Feng suddenly said. Everyone quietened down. Luo Feng looked over. No matter how strong he was, he always cared for his father and mother, and his little brother who grew up with him. There were also his two sons who regarded him as their idols, and his wife who had supported him until now. You guys should have realized it too. Luo Feng nodded. Something big has indeed happened. I've been hiding it from you guys, but this time I won't hide it anymore. He did not tell his family about the massacre at the Realm Beast Lair and the battle with 900,000 Realm Beasts. Although his family knew about the Realm Beast calamity, they did not know the details. But this time, if they failed, their entire race and everything would be annihilated, including themselves. Therefore, there was no need to hide it anymore. What's wrong, brother? Luo Hua asked. Father! Father! Luo Ping and Luo Hai looked anxiously at Luo Feng. His parents and wife looked worriedly at Luo Feng. The Realm Beast calamity has reached its final moment. Luo Feng said, This battle, there are only two outcomes. One is that I win, then humanity and the other races will be fine. And the other outcome is, if I lose, then all the races will be annihilated, humanity will all fall, the entire primal universe will be destroyed, I too will die, no one will survive. This is the final battle, Luo Feng said. His parents, wife, son and little brother were all shocked. It involved the life and death of trillions of races? I'm about to leave. Luo Feng said softly. At the final moment, I wanted to come see my parents and you all. Luo Feng's gaze looked at his family one by one. These were his family. Feng. Luo Hongguo extended his arm and placed it on his son's shoulder, hugging him and laughing. Actually, your father is very proud and proud. I still remember when I was young, the apocalypse came, it was very difficult to survive, who knows how many times I walked the edge of life and death. Finally, I was lucky enough to enter the headquarters city and survive. That's how I had you and Hua. Beside, Gong Xian Lan hugged her son too. Your mother and I are very proud. We've never thought we'd be able to roam the vast universe. We've never thought we'd be able to experience so many virtual games. It's like a real life. Other people only live a lifetime, but your mother and I have lived countless lifetimes. Our lives are very exciting. Because of you. Luo Hongguo and Gong Xian Lan looked at their son. Don't have any burdens, we Chinese have 100 years of life, but we've lived for who knows how many hundreds of years. Even if we die smiling. Luo Hongguo laughed. Go, don't give yourself any burdens, fight to your heart's content. Victory is endless glory. Defeat, your parents will accompany you to sleep. Luo Feng's eyes teared up. There wasn't any pain, only endless happiness. Luo Feng looked at the surrounding family members who looked at him without any fear or worry. Actually, I'm very selfish. Luo Feng said, I don't have much time to accompany Su Xian, my son, my parents. I spend most of my time roaming the universe, adventuring and fighting. Even though it's for the survival of Earth, in truth, I've long gotten used to adventuring and fighting. I like to roam, to see all the mysteries of the universe. I like to battle, dancing between life and death makes my blood boil. Without all of this, if my life becomes monotonous, I'll only feel ordinary like water. Luo Feng shook his head. Even though being ordinary is a blessing, I'm used to fighting, used to this life. Luo Feng looked at his family. My life, because of battle, it's beautiful. Without battle, it would be ordinary. But you all. Luo Feng looked at his parents hugging him, his wife holding his hand, and his son and brother beside. You are the most important treasures I have in this world. The most important protectors in my heart. You all are more important than my life. Without you all, this world would be dark. Yes, his family was the most important, more important than his own life. He had to protect them with everything he had. Without his family, he would forever be in darkness, living a life worse than death. My life, because of battle, is beautiful and colorful. Because of you all, it's endless light. Luo Feng looked at his family. Luo Feng let go of his parents and got up. I should go. The final battle, a battle that involved the lives and deaths of trillions of races, Luo Feng naturally wouldn't hide it. All the true gods of the races knew about it. The Milky Way Sacred Lands Plaza before Luo Feng's palace was already filled with the true gods of the various races, even large amounts of universe lords. Luo Feng brought his family out, the various races all looked over. Milky Way leader. Milky Way, I'll leave everything to you. Milky Way, the various races all understood that it was truly the end. Along the way, Luo Feng walked past the true gods one by one. He saw his teacher, the primal Chaos City leader, mountain guest, Tru Yen, his good friends Hong, Thunder God, Rong Jun, Wuka, Hu Yen Bo, Babata, and a few warriors from Earth. Even his brother Wei Wen came. There were also the warriors from the Ocean of Tranquil, Luo Feng's creation of many races, and his own disciples. Teacher. Feng. Milky Way. Luo Feng. They all called out names. Luo Feng stayed the longest in front of the three teachers. The primal Chaos City leader nodded. You have never disappointed me. Mountain Passenger smiled. I've spent a lot of effort to nurture you, and you're even more outstanding than I expected. However, you haven't done anything for me. You don't have the qualifications to fall in front of a realm beast. This time, you will definitely win. Tru Yen gently patted Luo Feng's shoulder. You are my most outstanding disciple, always will be. Luo Feng walked to the front, turning to look at the countless warriors gathered in the plaza. There were the demon race and bug race true gods that he had fought with before, there were also the vassal races that listened to his orders, there were also his friends, people he cared about. Everything. At this time, Luo Feng felt even more the need to protect within his heart. I won't allow everything I protect to be destroyed. Luo Feng thought, I will use my life, my everything to protect. I won't allow it. I definitely won't allow it to be destroyed. All the warriors of the various races looked at Luo Feng. Luo Feng looked at them too, smiling. I will return. So, Luo Feng became a beam of light, immediately disappearing into the distant space. If he could return, naturally it would be a success. If he didn't, then everything would be destroyed. Luo Feng and the other warriors of the Rebirth Era, the future life forms of the Rebirth Era, would probably have to head to the 3 great danger zones to find the traces they left behind. Luo Feng was filled with power, that was the power of his heart. Because of his family, because of his teacher, because of his good friends, all these, he had to protect. These beautiful things. He definitely wouldn't allow them to be destroyed. For this, he was willing to pay any price. Rumble. A malevolent realm beast silhouette pierced through the universe membrane, flying straight into space, and there stood a silver-armored and silver-winged man. Master. The realm beast Maluo-sa said respectfully. Luo Feng looked at Maluo-sa. The current Maluo-sa had already reached the limit of level 5, normally stepping into level 3, 4 and 5, each breakthrough required time to digest. However, under the influence of the highest laws, Maluo-sa's progress was straight, there was no obstruction at all. Right now there was only one enslaved realm beast left, and one free realm beast too. Master, he is constantly heading in this direction, his speed is extremely fast. Its teleportation distance obviously far exceeds mine. The realm beast Maluo-sa said worriedly. Master, do you have confidence in this battle? Maluo-sa didn't. This battle. I will definitely win. Luo Feng said softly. Definitely. Even though his voice was soft, it was incomparably firm. Because Luo Feng had a reason he had no choice but to win. Because of everything he wanted to protect. Let's go. Luo Feng immediately brought Maluo-sa and teleported, disappearing into space, heading straight for the realm beast Mohe. Notice. Tomorrow the realm beast story will end. I hope everyone continues to vote for Tomato. To be continued. If you like this work, please come to Chidien.com to vote for me. Your support is my greatest motivation. Chapter 1506. The universe sea was filled with chaos energy, and in the space, a fierce world beast stood there. The surrounding space had long been frozen. He's here. The 2 heads of the fierce world beast looked in that direction. In the distance there was a beam of light flying over at high speed, after which it stopped abruptly. It was a silver-armored, silver-winged man. Beside him stood another fierce world beast. Maruza, you slave fool! The 2-horned fierce world beast roared. You are the shame of our world beast race. Mohe. Maruza, who was standing beside Luo Feng, roared too. Fate has allowed me to become the final king. You have no right to say that. Luo Feng observed the world beast before him. Its body was even bigger. The blood patterns on its body were even more complicated. Each head had a single horn. The white light on it was infused with endless destructive energy. Furthermore, it was holding an axe in its right hand. That is. Luo Feng squinted. A huge axe weapon. See it? The world beast He turned to look at Luo Feng, his 2 eyes burning with madness. See the axe in my hand? Right, this is the first life form I've killed in the universe sea. From King Jinjia and the others, I found out that this universe sea life form is called the creator of the huge axe. He's the strongest of your human race. I've always lived at the edge of the nest. Coincidentally, the time your human creator of the huge axe entered the nest, I was the first to discover it. I easily used a soul attack to kill him. Luo Feng's expression was ugly. What a coincidence, I got this axe from him. The world beast Mo, he lowered his head to look at the axe in his hand. I fell in love with this axe the moment I saw it, maybe I was born to use it. I easily created my own axe technique, infusing all my comprehension into the axe. Even though I'm unable to recognize it as a master weapon, I can still use it as a tool. It's after all very hard and sharp, at least sharper and harder than my palm. Adept at using tools, naturally one will have more power. The world beast Mo, he said softly. Luo Feng creased his eyebrows. The world beast Mo, he was different from the other beasts. Morosa had also said before that Mo, he was very cold and was good at scheming. The moment they met, most of the other world beasts roared and attacked. However, Mo, he spoke. Obviously, these words were meant to shake Luo Feng's heart and destroy his perfect mental state that had been built up to the extreme. 8 million realm beasts died in my hands, what can you do? Luo Feng's words made Mo He's expression change. Yes. Luo Feng's method of killing the 8 million world beasts shocked Mo He the most. He didn't know how Luo Feng killed the 8 million world beasts back then. Fortunately, Realm Beast Mo, he looked coldly at Morosha in the distance. My true opponent is Morosha. As long as I kill Morosha, I will be the final king. When I become the final king, even if you're 10 times or 100 times stronger, you'll still fall. Boom! As soon as he finished speaking, the surface of Mo He's body surged with an intense misty colorful light domain, enveloping a vast area of several light years. It was the extremely powerful boundary light domain. The boundary light domain technique, along with the strength of the world within the body, naturally became stronger. Even this technique is used. Luo Feng snorted coldly. Remember, you're one, we're two. The 5 pairs of silver wings behind Luo Feng opened up. The glaring light exploded fiercely, instantly forming a huge mini-universe with a diameter of over 100 light-years. The mini-universe unleashed during the battle with Bei Di wasn't as strong as this one. The power unleashed through the source was obviously 1 level stronger. Boom, the battlefield was in the void of the cosmic sea. The void of the cosmic sea was filled with chaotic air current. It also had an amplifying effect on the small cosmos creation with a thought. The endless chaos within the mini-universe was extremely powerful. It forcefully suppressed the colorful light, causing the boundary light domain to shrink. Even though you're 2, I'm 10 million. The surface of the world beast Mo He's body suddenly surged with a glaring blood light. Even the axe in his hand was surrounded by a layer of blood light. His entire body's speed soared. 100,000 times the speed of light, 1,000,000 times the speed of light, with an incomparably terrifying speed, he charged towards Morosha. Under the iron laws of fate, this battle had to give birth to the final king. Morosha couldn't escape into the Star Tower to avoid the battle. This was not allowed by fate. This was the final battle of the world beast race. The battle to give birth to the king. Similarly, it was the life and death battle of the various races in the cosmic sea. Get lost. Luo Feng's wings flapped and he immediately blocked in front of Morosha. The blade's light was piercingly cold. A huge platinum-colored door opened, and a huge platinum-colored blade light shot out with an aura of absolute destruction towards the realm beast Mo He, who had transformed into a blood-colored rainbow. This move was Luo Feng's current strongest blade technique. Door of Life. During the time when he was chasing the world beasts to the birth of the level 6 world beasts, Luo Feng had a group of level 5 world beasts under him. Luo Feng naturally let them unleash their destruction techniques to study them. And under the time acceleration of 10 million times, it swiftly transformed into his own comprehension, allowing his level to rise once again. This Door of Life was a level 12 pinnacle technique. If he was given 10,000 years, 1,000,000 years, his level would be even higher. This was also why Luo Feng believed that the supreme laws were biased towards the world beast. Obviously, the supreme laws wouldn't easily allow a enslaved world beast emperor to be born. Hence, the fifth iron law had descended. Howl, Emo, he roared and waved the axe in his hand. Behind him, a huge light world beast appeared. The light world beast too waved its palm. An incomparably glaring white blade light, almost like tens of thousands of diamonds, reflecting the endless scenes. It immediately clashed with Luo Feng's door of life. Rumble, heaven and earth shook. Space was reduced to nothing. Emo, he was immediately sent flying at 1,000,000 times the speed of light. Impossible. Realm beast Emo, he stopped in the distant void. His two eyes were wide open as he roared. I comprehended the origin of destruction and fused it into my axe art. I'm not like the other idiots. Those idiots only know how to passively use destruction. However, I've studied the mysteries within and absorbed them into my act. Earlier, I even used the destruction method to unleash my strongest axe technique. This move is 10 times stronger than destruction. How can I lose? In the distance, Luo Feng stared at the world beast Emo. Of course it's because I'm stronger than you. His own level had risen and he created the door of life. As his level rose, he finally comprehended the third level of the Wuqi god. Using it to unleash the blood shadow blade, naturally he could unleash even more power. Plus his blade technique had risen too. With the entire combination, his battle strength had naturally reached an even more ridiculous level. Being stronger than Realm Beast Emo, his axe technique was very normal. The current Luo Feng had the confidence to defeat 100,000 Realm Beasts alone. Very good. As expected of our Realm Beast clan's greatest obstacle. Emo, he stared at Luo Feng. He didn't even look at the distant Maruza. Looks like if I don't get rid of you, I won't be able to kill Maruza. You finally understand. The silver-armored Luo Feng wielded the blood shadow blade. His wings extended as he stood in front of Maruza. I used my axe technique to kill you. Emo, he said solemnly, however my axe technique still lost to you. Luckily, on my way back from the Lost Ocean region, I comprehended the true strongest move of the world beast race. Luo Feng was shocked within. At this point, lying was useless. There was no need for this Mo he to scare him. Blit. Mo he roared solemnly. What? The white light at the tip of its two horns suddenly lit up. Almost as though time and space changed. Luo Feng felt his vision blur. In the distance there were two Mo's. As the white light receded, time and space stabilized. His vision wasn't blurry. There were indeed two Mo's. Level 6 realm beasts had the ability to create millions of clones. Through Maruza, he had long sensed that this Mo he had created over 1,000,000 clones before the battle. They were scattered all over the place. Even if he died this time, those clones could swiftly recover to level 6. What's going on? Luo Feng was shocked. Master, something's wrong. Maruza communicated anxiously. Level 6 realm beasts usually create many clones. These clones are all very weak. That's how they don't weaken the main body. However, right now, this Mo he has created another clone. It's actually using half of its strength on this clone, making the main body as strong as the clone. Luo Feng nodded. He also sensed that the two realm beasts Mo he in front of him were slightly weaker than the complete realm beast Mo he from before. If the Mo he's body alone was at the pinnacle of level 6. As for the two realm beasts in front of him, they should only be at the rank 6 standard. Weaken its strength? Luo Feng was curious. Splitting one's strength into two will weaken it. Gathering it back together will strengthen it. It actually did the opposite. Losing to this move, you should be proud. Standing in the distance, the two Mo's blood engravings on their bodies simultaneously formed a huge blood engravings, forming two huge light realm beasts. The two Mo's, one on the left and one on the right, simultaneously unleashed their destruction. Pure destruction. Not an axe technique. Rumble. Rumble. Two dazzling white whirlpool passageways. The walls of these two whirlpool passageways were like mirrors. The two whirlpools revolved around each other. The mirror-like walls reflected each other. The two mirrors reflected each other, naturally creating an endless mirror world. Seeing this move, Luo Feng was shocked. He thought of Beatty's reincarnation tunnel move back then. It was based on the same principle. However, Beatty only had a rough understanding of it back then. And Mohe's body was split into two, both of them unleashing the destruction tunnel. Combining them, it was even more perfect. If Beatty's move was just a blade embryo, then Mohe's move was the true incomparably sharp blood-red blade. Destruction reincarnation. The two Mohe roared simultaneously. The two whirlpools revolved around each other, destroying everything. Time and space were destroyed. The entire small universe trembled and shattered. With an unstoppable force of destruction, it crushed towards Luo Feng. To be continued. If you like this work, please come to Qidien.com to vote for me. Your support is my greatest motivation. Chapter 1507. The dazzling white whirlpool pathway was unstoppable. Its power is very strong, probably even stronger than my door of life. Luo Feng made his judgment the moment he saw the destructive reincarnation. If I were to receive this attack head-on, I would at most be injured. However, I have the Star Pagoda, I don't have to. The moment that thought floated in his mind. Following closely, Luo Feng's expression changed. Not right. He had the Star Pagoda and could hide in it. However, this battle was the birth of the Realm Beast King. Maruza had no way to hide in the Star Pagoda. Right now he was blocking in front of Maruza, but the moment he hid in the Star Pagoda, against this attack, the Star Pagoda would definitely be blown far away, causing him and Maruza to be temporarily separated. The Realm Beast he would definitely take the chance and kill Maruza. Against the combined attack of 8 million Realm Beasts, you can't even die. The two Realm Beasts he were anticipating as he unleashed his attack. No matter how strong this attack of mine is, it can't compare to the combined attack of 8 million Realm Beasts. However, the moment you hide in the Star Pagoda, you will be blown away, then you won't be able to protect Maruza anymore. Go in, hurry and enter the Star Pagoda. The Realm Beast he was anticipating. The core of this battle was to see who would survive between the Realm Beast he and Maruza. Star Pagoda. Luo Feng roared fiercely. A 9-level pagoda appeared in mid-air. It was the Star Pagoda, with the pagoda placed horizontally. It was like a huge cone. At this time it immediately spun and became a long river, this golden river immediately clashing against the two whirlpool pathways. This move was the newest Star Pagoda technique that Luo Feng had comprehended after creating his level 12 pinnacle technique. It was named by Luo Feng as the Star Pagoda River. Star River against destructive reincarnation. Pung! The eye-catching golden river immediately dispersed. The entire Star Pagoda was blown far away from the impact. The two whirlpools' power didn't seem to decrease at all as they rushed towards Luo Feng. However, if one looked carefully, the walls of the two whirlpools already had many cracks. Luo Feng's eyes stared hard at the two intertwining glaring pathways. His god energy was ignited to the extreme. Wu Qi Shen was also activated to the 3rd level, both hands holding the blood shadow blade slashing out. Hua! A huge platinum door appeared in space before Luo Feng and opened. The door immediately spat out a beam of platinum blade light that welcomed the destroyed reincarnation pathway. Luo Feng's current strongest blade technique, Door of Life. The collision was followed by a stretch of silence at first, followed closely by boom boom boom. Endless violent booms and boundless shock waves. The two damaged whirlpools still smashed into Luo Feng's body. At this moment, Luo Feng stood perfectly straight. His huge 5 pairs of wings were folded in front of him, completely enveloping himself and the world beast Luo saw. Pung! Being hit head-on, Luo Feng was flung far away at millions of times light speed. Pooh! As he was flying, Luo Feng couldn't help but spit out a mouthful of fresh blood. The fresh blood directly sprayed onto Morosha, who was well protected by Luo Feng. Master! Morosa was both excited and worried. Luo Feng rolled and stopped. Do as I say. Luo Feng swallowed the fresh blood in his mouth and looked at Morosa beside him. Don't be arrogant. I have the Wu Qi God to protect me and the Wu Killer Wings to protect me. My body is far above yours. Even with this remaining power, you'll still die if you get hit. Morosha nodded. Understood, Master. I won't spoil Master's grand plan. What a joke. Emohi's axe technique before had 10 times the power of destruction, and that was enough to kill Morosha. And now that Emohi had split into two and used destruction at the same time, the two destructive whirlpools combined exquisitely and formed trillions of space, its power rising straight to an unbelievable level. Even with the remaining power, it was enough to kill Morosha. Ha ha ha, Milky Way leader. In the distance, the two Emohis flew over simultaneously. You're still smart, not hiding in the Star Tower. If you had, Morosha would have died earlier. You're considered powerful to actually be able to take it head-on. However, I guess you've probably used up more than half of your god energy, right? If you hide in the Star Tower, you'll die. If you don't, you'll still die and you'll be killed by me. Receive it again. The two Emohis unleashed it again. In the distance, Luo Feng's expression changed. His god energy was already burning to the limit, and also maintaining the Wu Qi God level 3, the consumption was already ridiculously fast. If it was a normal true god, his instant god energy would have been used up already. And his god energy reserves were strong enough, maintaining such a high consumption rate could easily last for a very long time. However, when he was hit by the remaining destruction of the reincarnation, just that one hit was enough to heavily injure him. Even though he didn't lose more than half of his god energy like Emohi expected, he still lost close to 3%. 3%, it seemed very little. However, with Luo Feng's god body, such a loss was already very terrifying. Rumble. In space, the two eye-catching whirlpools intertwined and once again headed towards Luo Feng. Go! Luo Feng used all his strength. The Star Tower blocked first. The Blood Shadow Blade once again used the Door of Life to block. Finally, he closed his wings and blocked again. Purring! Luo Feng tumbled and flew away. Fresh blood splattered, his skin split open and his bones trembled. To prevent Morosha from getting injured, Luo Feng relied on his own god body to take the brunt of the impact. No matter what, nothing could happen to Morosha. He's not dead. In the distance, the two realm beasts Emohi were stunned. Every time he used it, it was in fact equivalent to using two destructions. It consumed quite a bit of his energy too. Luckily he had stepped into level 6, and was at the pinnacle of level 6. His energy reserves were enough to unleash quite a few destructions. Every time you get heavily injured, let me see just how many you can take. The realm beast Emohi roared, once again unleashing his strongest move. Block. Luo Feng gritted his teeth and endured. There was no other way. With the speed of the whirlpools, he had no way of dodging. The only way to dodge was to enter the Star Tower, however that was equivalent to letting Morosha die. I want to see if you can unleash more. I can still take more. Luo Feng gritted his teeth and endured. Once, twice, thrice, 10 times, 11 times. You're still not dead. The realm beast Emohi was completely mad. I don't believe your god energy is endless. Die. The realm beast Emohi had no other choice. Luo Feng was protecting Morosha with all his might, not even dodging the strongest attacks. Emohi had no other choice. This was a battle for the birth of a king. He had no way of retreating. For the final glory of my realm beast race. The realm beast Emohi's eyes were filled with madness. I have to win, human die. Another two intertwining incomparably eye-catching whirlpools. The protection in my heart cannot be destroyed. Luo Feng too was ferocious, both his hands slashing the blood shadow blade. You deserve to die. Pung, pung, pung. 13 times, 14 times, 15 times. This was the final battle. This was the battle for the birth of a king. It was said that the final victor would be decided between the realm beast Mo He and Morosha. However, in truth it was Mo He and Luo Feng's battle. Luo Feng was Morosha's protector. If Luo Feng didn't die, Mo He wouldn't have any chance to kill Morosha. Similarly, if Luo Feng died, Mo He would easily become the king. The 30th time. I don't believe it. I don't believe your god energy is endless. The realm beast Mo He too fell into madness, as he had used up more than half of his energy. 30 attacks. In truth, he had unleashed 60 destructions. Why can he still continue? Luo Feng's eyes were bloodshot. He couldn't accept it. He only had 10% of his god energy left. He only needed another 3 to 4 attacks and his god energy would be completely used up. On one side was a pinnacle level 6 realm beast. Its energy reserves were extremely high too. On the other side was a perfect god body with 100,000 life levels. It was a pity he didn't have enough time. Luo Feng's god energy hadn't been stored to its limit. However, there wasn't any time for him. Die. The realm beast Mo He roared. The final king definitely cannot be enslaved. Rumble. This was the 32nd time. Luo Feng's eyes were torn apart, blood spurting everywhere. His entire being was in absolute madness. The person I want to protect. I cannot lose, I cannot. At this time, Luo Feng flew backwards. His god energy had already been depleted to the point where he could only take one more attack. Luo Feng could feel that realm beast Mo He hadn't been forced to the final stage yet. And he was forced to the final stage. I cannot lose. Luo Feng fell into extreme madness. At this time, many scenes flashed through his mind. For his brother to stand up again, stealing the steel-armored dragon egg, burning his soul to perish together with the swallowing beast, leaving Earth, proudly rising in the universe genius battle, kneeling before Tru Yen, taking him as his teacher, scenes after scenes. Mountain Passenger, Tru Yen, Primal Chaos, Huge Axe, Su Xian, Luo Ping, Luo Hai Rong Jun, Wuka, Bolin, their faces flashed through his mind. I cannot lose. To protect the most important thing in his heart, step by step from Earth to where he was today, everything that surpassed his own life, he had to protect and bear the burden. Rise. An unyielding willpower, an extremely firm willpower, for the most important thing in his heart, a willpower that burned with endless energy. At this time it exploded. Rumble. Luo Feng's willpower finally broke through the limits of an eternal true god, reaching an even higher domain, a domain that could truly be called a saint. When Luo Feng was about to enter his final battle, when he was bidding farewell to his loved ones, his willpower was already slowly changing, and at this time, to protect everything in his heart, his willpower exploded and broke through. The final king can only be the free realm beast. The realm beast Mo He could feel from Luo Feng's madness that he was about to win. Go and die. In the distance, Luo Feng, who had just stood up, glanced over. Just one glance. At this time, the realm beast Mo He realized that everything around him had vanished, only the distant Luo Feng's eyes had become a huge planet. This planet revolved, emitting endless energy. An extremely sharp willpower, like a sharp blade, pierced straight into the realm beast Mo He's willpower. Supreme willpower technique. Yuan Array technique. The Gene God Emperor had waited for trillions of eras, waiting for a being that could learn the Yuan Array technique. This was a technique that was enough to make even the godly emperor go crazy, a terrifying technique that could make even the pinnacle geniuses of the ancient civilizations fall just by trying to learn it. And to even get started, one needed willpower to become holy to learn it. This technique, Luo Feng had studied it countless times. The moment his willpower became holy, he immediately learned it. Rumble. The two realm beasts Mo He's eyes glazed over, immediately fainting. The millions of bodies scattered in the universe see all fainted. Die. Luo Feng pointed. An illusionary beast head immediately drilled into the realm beast Mo's body, directly attacking his soul. Realm beast Mo's willpower was very strong. It could withstand normal soul attack. However, it was unconscious and couldn't resist at all. It was like a candle that had been blown out. It couldn't resist at all, and its soul was instantly annihilated. The millions of bodies, in an instant, all fell. Ha! Luo Feng stood in the distant space, his body trembling, after which he couldn't control himself. He raised his head and laughed loudly. Ha 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 ha. I've succeeded, I've succeeded, I've succeeded. Ha ha. At this time, Luo Feng laughed madly, laughing until he lost his composure. To be continued. If you like this work, please come to Qidian.com to vote for me. Your support is my greatest motivation. Chapter 1508. Victory. He had finally won this battle. This moment could be said to be the most excited Luo Feng had ever been in a trillion eras. Absorb. Luo Feng pointed. Hua. The star pagoda floated high above, the black hole at the bottom swallowing the two realm beast Mo's bodies in the distance, as well as the realm beast Maruza beside Luo Feng. They were all swallowed. Maruza was Luo Feng's slave. Naturally he couldn't resist. No matter what. Luo Feng was excited and mad, but he was still calm. I can't be careless at the end, causing me to be doomed. To become a realm beast emperor, it's better to break through in my star pagoda. He was dead. Maruza was the last realm beast, about to evolve into the final emperor. The realm beast emperor was the most precious, most perfect and most noble, representing the origin of destruction. Its nobility was comparable to the primal universe. Such an existence, whether it was allowed to be enslaved, Luo Feng didn't dare say he was 100% sure. If Maruza suddenly broke free from Luo Feng's enslavement when he became an emperor, and instead destroyed his entire race, killing Luo Feng, then Luo Feng wouldn't even have time to cry. Hence, even though he was extremely excited, Luo Feng still kept Maruza in the Star Pagoda. The Star Pagoda was a godly emperor weapon. The moment one was trapped within, don't even talk about the newly born realm beast emperor. Even a realm beast that reached the pinnacle of its growth period, capable of destroying ancient civilizations and powerful countries, was only slightly stronger than a godly emperor. Trapped within the Star Pagoda, it probably wouldn't be able to break free. Not to mention the realm beast king that had just been born. If it's still enslaved by me, naturally that's good. Luo Feng thought. If it's not enslaved by me, then I'll lock it within the Star Pagoda, never letting it out. Until I kill it. Even though he was worried. But Luo Feng believed. He should be able to enslave the final emperor. Since it allowed him to enslave Maruza back then there was the possibility of enslaving the realm beast emperor. And this final battle was to let the enslaved side and the free side battle it out. If the final emperor wasn't allowed to be enslaved, then why the need to battle? Everything has a sliver of chance. Luo Feng thought. To enslave a realm beast, one's life force has to be 100,000 times stronger to be able to convert god energy into realm beast energy. Secondly, his willpower was extremely high. In order to enslave a realm beast, in order to enslave a king, one would have to destroy the entire realm beast clan. Life rating 100,000 times. His will was extremely high. Then, he would exterminate the realm beast. These three conditions must be met in order to enslave a king. The difficulty could be imagined. Luo Feng had done everything now. If the supreme law allowed Morosha to break free from his slavery at this time, that would be unfair. Luo Feng thought so. Within a suppressed space of the Star Tower, the two ferocious realm beast Mo's corpses were lying there, while realm beast Morosa was standing on the side. Ah! Both of the realm beast Morosa's heads were raised upwards. A supreme pressure descended and shrouded Morosa. Luo Feng, who was at the edge of the entire suppression space, was looking in this direction, thinking, supreme laws? The Realm Beast King is indeed an existence equal to the primeval universe. What? The corpses of the two Realm Beast Mo he instantly melted and disappeared. The millions of Mo he clones scattered across the cosmic sea were also instantly annihilated. This made Luo Feng, who originally thought Morosha was going to devour the corpses, very shocked. Rumble, powerful energies suddenly appeared and madly poured into Morosha's body. Every energy faintly revealed the appearance of a realm beast. The realm beasts looked similar, but there were actually differences. Luo Feng could even recognize Chiya, Beidi and the other realm beasts with one look. At this time, countless realm beast energies madly poured into Morosha's body, causing his energy to constantly rise. Howl, Morosha couldn't help but let out an excited howl. Its body was swiftly growing, the blood patterns on its body surface were getting more and more complicated, almost as though there was a formless hand drawing on its body. At the same time, a single horn grew on both of its heads. The tips of the horns glowed with white light. Energies continued to pour into it. All of the dead realm beast's energies gathered and merged into its body. This allowed Morosha to quickly rise to the pinnacle of the 6th level. Countless energies poured into it, but it remained at the pinnacle of the 6th level. Until the last powerful energy, that was the realm beast Mo he's energy. Rumble! Pour in! All of the dead realm beast's energies poured into its body. Morosha couldn't help but fiercely raise its head and roar. White light immediately appeared around its body. Countless glaring white light words revolved and completely enveloped Morosha. Luo Feng couldn't even see Morosha with his naked eye. He could only feel a terrifyingly strong energy reacting violently. Unbelievable! Luo Feng was shocked. All of the realm beasts' energies are gathered in one body. 1 billion realm beasts will eventually give birth to one. Any one of the billion realm beasts can be considered a true god. 1 billion true gods' combined attack is even more terrifying than an eternal true god's. So much energy, and yet it only gave birth to a realm beast king that has just entered its growth stage. The powerful pressure came in waves. The revolving glaring white words appeared and disappeared at times. Countless new words appeared, almost as though they were narrating some ancient secret. Waves of terrifying destruction aura were also surging. It was the same supreme destruction origin. The Realm Beast King represented the complete destruction origin energy. After a while, the highest law pressure retreated. The trillions of revolving white words immediately entered Morasa's body. At this time, Luo Feng could clearly see Morasa's appearance. This. Luo Feng looked at the newly born Realm Beast King, his face filled with shock. A completely white-skinned tall life form stood there. Its body could be said to be flawless. It had 2 hands, 2 legs, 1 head, 1 mouth, 1 nose, 2 eyes and no ears. On its forehead, there were 2 snow-white horns that were curved and pointed upwards. At first glance, it was incomparably pure and beautiful. Even the most beautiful of the human race, even the incomparably beautiful Bug Clan Queen, would feel ashamed before it. Its beauty, its workmanship, contained within it the highest level of mysteries. If it didn't have those 2 horns, it would be like an adorable child. However, those 2 horns actually gave it the highest level of power. Realm Beast King? Luo Feng muttered. That ugly black-skinned 2-headed malevolent monster, the last king, is actually more beautiful than any life form I've ever seen. Even the Bug Clan Queen is ugly compared to it. Perfect to the extreme. Beautiful to the extreme. Master. Its body formed an armor, after which it bowed to Luo Feng. Thank you for allowing me, Morasa, to become the last king. Luo Feng looked at Morasa and felt it. Right. His soul control was deeply implanted within the Realm Beast King's soul. With just a thought, he could make the Realm Beast King's soul dissipate. Just as he guessed, after going through a series of tests, he had the qualifications to enslave the last king. Morasa. Luo Feng laughed softly. You are now more beautiful than any other life form. I can transform into anything, and I can change my energy. Morasa said respectfully. With a flash of his body, he became the god I True Lord, following which he became the demon god, Hong, and the primal chaos city leader. Even his energy was exactly the same. Luo Feng laughed. Indeed. The realm beast king too had a formless and formless energy. What abilities do you have now? Luo Feng asked. Morasa said humbly. Those 10 million clones from before, I still have them all. And I've grasped the complete destruction origin laws. I can constantly study it. The more I study, the stronger I get. And the realm within me is already truly perfect. I can nurture many powerful warriors much stronger than the level 6 realm beasts. Luo Feng was shocked as he heard. Luckily, he had won. If Morasa had become the realm beast king, then he really wouldn't have a chance at all. Still, having the 10 million clones and being able to nurture large amounts of warriors, that was simply unbelievable. Of course, the realm beast king isn't invincible. Morasa said humbly. I too need to swallow large amounts of energy and countless treasures to nurture my warriors. Ha! Right now there's a purple moon's sacred land waiting for you to swallow. Luo Feng laughed. That's my honor. Morasa smiled. Luo Feng looked carefully at Morasa. That crazy Morasa from before had now become very quiet. Seems like having the entire destruction origin laws had a huge effect on him. Which level are you equivalent to Universe Lord, True God, Void level, or even higher? Luo Feng asked curiously. I've just entered my growth stage, Morasa said. Equivalent to Master's Training System's Void level. Void True God? Luo Feng nodded. I'm different from Master, Morasa said. I don't have any bottlenecks, as long as I keep swallowing and comprehending, because I control the destruction origin laws. No matter how slow my comprehension is, I'll eventually reach the pinnacle. At that time, I'll be like the pinnacle of the primal universe. One strike will have the power of the primal universe's full power. It's just that the primal universe is used to nurture countless life forms. It can't attack. Luo Feng was shocked. The primal universe couldn't be attacked. If it could, with the primal universe's boundless size, one strike's power would definitely reach the godly emperor level. No wonder, even in the ancient civilization, the realm beasts were considered a calamity. A group of countries had to team up to defend against them. Obviously 3 to 5 godly emperors wouldn't be able to defend against the realm beast army. Our primal universe life forms, once we reach the void level, we'll have to attempt reincarnation. Luo Feng asked. Morasa, you're currently equivalent to the void level. Do you need to attempt reincarnation? To be continued. If you like this work, please come to Chidien.com to vote for me. Your support is my greatest motivation. Chapter 1509. Reincarnation. Maruza shook his head. Master, you are primal universe life forms. However, I'm not. Even though my level is equivalent to the void level, no one forced me to reincarnate. Luo Feng exclaimed. It was indeed powerful. His position was equivalent to the primal universe. The origin willpower naturally couldn't force him. Let's go, follow me to the purple moon's sacred land. Luo Feng said. Yes, Master. Maruza's eyes were filled with anticipation. Of course he knew what to do. Luo Feng's eyes, however, didn't have any pity. Before, he had to deal with the world beast calamity. In front of such an important matter, he had to let go of everything else without any delay. However, now that the calamity was over, the purple moon's sacred land had suppressed the humans and wanted to kill him, targeting him multiple times. They had long become mortal enemies, and he had to retrieve the final piece of the Wu slaying wings. Who? Star Pagoda immediately teleported and vanished within the vast chaos energy. When Luo Feng brought Maruza to the Purple Moon's sacred land universe, within the godly palace in the virtual universe, humans, the other races of the Great Alliance, along with the Demon Race, Bug Race, Space Beast Alliance, Ancestral God Sect and many other powers, even Mountain Guest and the strongest lone warriors. All the true gods were gathered here. There was silence. The true gods at most communicated mentally. Their eyes and expressions were filled with worry that was hard to hide, because this final battle involved the lives and deaths of all the races. If the nightmare news came, they would all fall. And sitting at the highest position, the white-robed Luo Feng had his eyes closed. No one dared to disturb him. Hua! Luo Feng suddenly opened his eyes. The many true gods who were constantly paying attention to Luo Feng all looked over. Even the large number of universe lords outside the pantheon stood up and looked into the palace. Their eyes were filled with anticipation as they waited for Luo Feng to announce the result. Everyone. Luo Feng gazed below and his smile suddenly blossomed. This smile immediately made all the true gods below and the universe lords outside realize the answer. However, if they didn't hear it from Luo Feng himself, they wouldn't be at ease. They all held their breaths and stared at Luo Feng, waiting for him to speak. "We've won the final battle." Luo Feng's voice resounded. "The world beast calamity has passed. This reincarnation still has trillions of eras. Everyone don't rush." "Ha ha! Victory, victory! That's great! We won." All the true gods below instantly cheered. They were existences that stood at the pinnacle of their respective clans, but at this moment, none of them cared about their demeanor. The masters of the universe outside the Temple of the Gods were equally excited. Mountain Guest, who was standing below, looked at Luo Feng from afar and smiled. He finally let out a sigh of relief. Luo Feng, the primal Chaos City leader, turned to look at Luo Feng, smiling casually. "My disciple, you've never disappointed me before." There was jubilation. Every race knew about it, and the news spread like wildfire. Even the dozens of true gods from the first reincarnation era and the second reincarnation era, who had lost their small universes in the cosmic sea, heard about it. "Did it work? You've made it?" Real God Ju He, Rampaging Demon God and the others were scattered all over the cosmic sea, and they were extremely lonely. When they received the news, they were not very happy. Because of their small universe, their entire race had been wiped out. They were all alone now, just waiting for the end of their lifespans. In the universe of the East Deity Sacred Ground. "You've made it?" The East Emperor Ancestor was walking on the vast land, looking at the lives of his clansmen. Among his clansmen, some of the weaker ones didn't even live past 100 years. Walking on the land and watching the life and death cycle, the East Emperor Ancestor was already prepared. However, when the news arrived, he was filled with joy. "Ha ha!" The East Emperor Ancestor raised his head and laughed. He was laughing for himself and also for his clan. The entire East Emperor's sacred land universe, all the true gods and universe lords were extremely excited. They were all joyous and celebrated for surviving this calamity. The Purple Moon's sacred land universe was similarly in jubilation. Not only were the universe lords and true gods excited, even the Purple Moon Ancestor was extremely happy. "My encounters were extraordinary. I'll definitely have great accomplishments. How could I fall before the realm beast calamity?" The Purple Moon Ancestor was relaxed and happy. Following which anger flashed in his eyes, that Luo Feng actually succeeded in stopping the realm beast calamity. His potential is indeed terrifying. He will be my greatest opponent. Why doesn't he perish together with the realm beast? Forget it. Since I can't kill him. The Purple Moon Ancestor shook his head. Looks like I can only wait and see if he's stronger or if I'm stronger. I don't believe I'll lose to him. After which, the Purple Moon Ancestor didn't think any further. He and his subordinates began to organize a celebration. Surviving the calamity was something worth celebrating. While the upper echelon of the Purple Moon Sacred Land was celebrating, in space outside the Purple Moon Sacred Land universe, a star pagoda had already appeared. Two silhouettes walked out from the side door at the base of the pagoda. One was the silver-armored Luo Feng, and the other was the horned handsome Emperor Maruza. Purple Moon Sacred Land. Luo Feng looked at the distant huge mini-universe. It's time to fall. Both sides had long become mortal enemies. Why would Luo Feng show mercy? Maruza, how long will it take to swallow it? Luo Feng asked. I'm different from those level 2 and 3 world beasts. Maruza smiled. My world is already truly perfect. My swallowing ability has naturally reached a new height. It should be very fast. However, I'll have to try to swallow it before I know how long it will take. You can begin. Luo Feng ordered. Maruza nodded. He looked at the distant Purple Moon Sacred Land universe, after which, his horns suddenly shot out countless white light beams. Every horn was like a spring and the two were like twin stars. They affected each other, forming a peculiar swallowing energy that completely enveloped the distant Purple Moon Sacred Land universe. Rumble, time and space warp. The glaring light followed the countless white light beams and madly entered Maruza's body. Maruza too became incomparably glaring, almost like a sun that was 1,000,000,000 times more dazzling. Luo Feng looked at Maruza beside him, who was so dazzling that he couldn't even see it clearly. How is it? The Purple Moon Ancestor should be using his willpower to defend. Maruza said. This Purple Moon Sacred Land universe is indeed extremely huge. The energy sources are incomparably dense. Along with his willpower, I'll need some time to swallow it, about a day or so. A day? Luo Feng laughed. Like level 2 and 3 world beasts, they would need about 100,000 years to finish swallowing. The Emperor of the World Beast, however, only needed a day. I'll wait here for a day. Luo Feng smiled. Within the Purple Moon Sacred Land universe, before, the Purple Moon Ancestor was still sitting high up above. Below him, the true gods and universe lords were all holding wine and eating delicacies. They were all incomparably happy and chatting loudly. However, now, the world beast is swallowing it? Ancestor, you said the world beast is swallowing our Purple Moon Sacred Land? How can that be? Didn't we receive news from the primal universe that the world beast calamity had passed? Didn't the Milky Way Lord destroy the world beast? It was chaos below. The Purple Moon Ancestor stood above. His expression was filled with rage. He roared, "The world beast is swallowing the universe energies of our Purple Moon Sacred Land. This is my small universe. Do you think I don't know? Do you think I'm wrong? Quickly, immediately send a message to the primal universe. Tell them, the world beasts aren't extinct yet. They're currently attacking my small universe." Yes, Ancestor. Yes. Yes. The true gods and universe lords below were all panicking. They immediately began to communicate with the true gods in the primal universe. Purple Moon Ancestor stood at the very top, his face full of viciousness. He was both angry and anxious. His small universe's origin source was being devoured endlessly, and the speed at which it was being devoured terrified him. He too was angry at the Milky Way Lord Luo Feng. He had clearly said that the world beast calamity had passed. Why was there still a world beast devouring his small universe? Did that Luo Feng lose? The Purple Moon Ancestor thought. He knows he wants to destroy everything. Hence, he went crazy before that, spreading the news of his victory? Since he lost, everything would be destroyed? Hence he went crazy and did this on purpose? The Purple Moon Ancestor's thoughts began to run wild in his anxiety. He had never thought that the world beast would become Luo Feng's slave. Regarding this, Luo Feng had never made it public. Even the large powers in the primal universe didn't know that Luo Feng had a world beast slave. Virtual Universe God Palace. The true gods and universe lords of the various races gathered here. They were holding a huge celebration to celebrate the passing of the world beast calamity. Luo Feng and the primal Chaos City leader sat at the very top. Everyone was laughing and joking. Suddenly a voice resounded. The world beast isn't extinct. The world beast is devouring the purple moon's sacred land universe. This voice immediately caused the entire god palace to go silent. Right, the world beast isn't extinct. The purple moon sacred land has already sent news that they are currently being attacked by the world beast. The purple moon sacred land universe energies are being devoured. The purple moon sacred land is currently being attacked by the world beast. And the world beast. The entire god palace was in a mess. Was the Milky Way Lord lying? Everyone was feeling uneasy. Below, the star ancestor spoke worriedly. Milky Way Lord, could it be that not all the world beasts have been killed, and there are still survivors? Nine Nether Lord was worried too. Milky Way, if there are any survivors, we have to kill them quickly. Otherwise, if they grow up, they will be a huge threat. Everyone. Luo Feng gazed below. The moment he spoke, everyone went silent. Relax. Luo Feng said, the world beast calamity has already passed. If you don't believe me, you can ask the three elder gods. I believe the three of them should have received the information from the origin laws and know that the calamity has passed. Immediately, everyone in the god palace looked at the three elder gods. The three exchanged glances. The world beast calamity has indeed passed. Old Song spoke. Ha ha, with these words from the elder gods we can relax. Then why did the purple moon sacred land say that the world beast is attacking the sacred land universe? The atmosphere in the god palace immediately relaxed. However, there were still many true gods asking. Luo Feng gazed below. That's not the world beast attacking. It's me attacking. Before long, there will no longer be a purple moon sacred land in the cosmic sea. There was still the third chapter. To be continued. If you like this work, please come to Qidien.com to vote for me. Your support is my greatest motivation. Chapter 1510. Purple Moon Sacred Land Universe. Was it about to disappear from the universe sea? The true gods below all exchanged glances. They all understood. Since even the ancestor gods that could communicate with the primal universe laws had admitted that the world beast calamity had passed, then the one attacking the purple moon sacred land was indeed Luo Feng. Because, other than the world beasts, probably only Luo Feng had the power to destroy the purple moon sacred land. Just how strong was Luo Feng? The true gods didn't know, they only knew he was very strong. Let's not talk about Luo Feng's killing of the 8 million realm beasts, which the various races didn't personally witness. However, 900,000 realm beasts slaughtering their way into the universe sea, destroying the first and second era's small universe, those two eras' true gods had all witnessed it. The densely packed world beasts could easily wipe out the various races. However, in the end, they were all dealt with by Luo Feng. If the world beasts were already so terrifying, then just how strong was Luo Feng who dealt with the world beast calamity? Just thinking about it made them shiver. Luo Feng's many feats, which one of them wasn't terrifying? Just like in Gene World, he instantly wiped out hundreds of Universe Lords. Universe Lord, he became the Universe Sea's strongest. God Eye and the others all had mechanical treasures, yet they still admitted defeat to Luo Feng. When he broke through, he made trillions of races and true gods worship him. Everything all showed the Milky Way leader's overwhelming power. Purple Moon Sacred Land Universe. Maybe Luo Feng didn't lie, and he really killed many world beasts, just that he didn't kill them all, there are still some remaining. The Purple Moon ancestor's eyes gleamed, after which he shouted below, "Tell the primal universe that there are still some remaining world beasts, let that Milky Way leader Luo Feng hurry and kill them." It was silent below, many universe lords looked up at the Purple Moon ancestor. "What's up?" The Purple Moon ancestor frowned and shouted. "Ancestor. One universe lord below shouted anxiously, "News from the primal universe. That Milky Way leader has already admitted that he was the one attacking our Purple Moon sacred land. That Luo Feng wants to destroy our Purple Moon sacred land." What? The Purple Moon ancestor was shocked. Impossible. The Purple Moon ancestor roared, "This isn't Luo Feng, it's definitely the world beast. This is obviously the world beast swallowing my small universe energies. Primogenitor, the prime will of the primeval universe, has informed the three elder gods that the world beast apocalypse has indeed passed." Standing ahead was a three-headed, eight-armed old man sobbing, "That Luo Feng's strength is unbelievable. He actually destroyed the world beast calamity. He was even more terrifying than the realm beast calamity. He must have used some special method to deal with our sacred land cosmos." Sounds of weeping could be heard. How regretful. If the sacred land universe was destroyed, the entire race would be annihilated. Not many of them were afraid of death, but when they thought of their entire race being annihilated, how could they be willing but to stop Luo Feng? Even if they all attacked together, they probably wouldn't be able to block one move from Luo Feng. How is this possible? Purple Moon Primogenitor was horrified. Even the primeval universe's origin will acknowledged it? Luo Feng, he's attacking my small universe. He is a real god. How is it possible for him to destroy my small universe? The Purple Moon ancestor couldn't believe it. Even though Luo Feng's realm was extremely high, this was a small universe of a void real god after all. How could it possibly be destroyed? Back then, when Purple Moon Primogenitor dealt with Luo Feng, he wasn't afraid of Luo Feng falling out with him, because he was certain that Luo Feng couldn't do anything to him. The truth was indeed so. Luo Feng himself indeed couldn't do anything to avoid real God's small universe. However, a realm beast emperor could. A realm beast emperor could even swallow the primeval universe's origin energy, much less this Purple Moon sacred land. Go and meet Luo Feng. These are his coordinates. Purple Moon Primogenitor gritted his teeth. Ask him if he can let the trillions of lives in our Purple Moon sacred land universe live? Our Purple Moon sacred land can agree to any condition. Yes, Primogenitor. Immediately 10 silhouettes rushed out. Begging for mercy now might be humiliating, but it was a temporary humiliation. It was better than the destruction of the race and the loss of hope. How did it reach this stage? Purple Moon Primogenitor raised his head and closed his eyes. 15 warriors flew out. Purple Moon Primogenitor could sense the source of the devouring. Following the coordinates, the 15 warriors from Purple Moon's sacred land teleported and swiftly closed in. Rumble, endless golden waves spread. Milky Way leader, as long as you are willing to let the trillions of lives in Purple Moon's sacred land live, we will agree to any condition. The 15 warriors flew into the golden waves and continued moving forward. Pung! A wave came crashing down, and 15 experts were instantly shattered and annihilated. In the depths of the entire territory, Luo Feng and Morasa stood there. Morasa was naturally using his devouring ability. Luo Feng laughed coldly. Back then, you thought of ways to destroy the human race. Why didn't you think of sparing the trillions of lives in my race? If you aren't from my race, it's fine if you don't make me your enemy. Since you have the intention to wipe out my race, you can't blame me if you die. Luo Feng couldn't even be bothered to negotiate. If one came, he would kill one. If two came, he would kill two. He definitely wouldn't let the people from Purple Moon's sacred land reach him. Otherwise, the warriors from Purple Moon's sacred land would be able to see Morasa. Maybe they wouldn't recognize Morasa as a realm beast. But just in case, Luo Feng still didn't want the warriors from Purple Moon's sacred land to see Morasa. Luo Feng wouldn't even tell anyone in the primeval universe about Morasa's existence, because the implications of this were too huge. The Universe Sea was still filled with unknowns. Just looking at the advanced God Emperor's corpse floating over from the depths of the universe sea, Luo Feng understood that the depths of the universe sea had other secrets. And when a realm beast grew to its pinnacle, it would be a calamity even in the ancient civilization. Wiping out Jin country and other countries would be an easy task. How could he reveal it? As long as he didn't say anything, Morasa had the same formless ability as him. Then, no one would recognize him. This would be his most important killing move. Naturally, he had to hide it deeply. Ancestor, our clones were killed the moment they entered the territory. We can't even see Luofeng. Send the second batch. Purple Moon Ancestor gritted his teeth. Another batch of warriors from Purple Moon's sacred land wanted to seek peace. But they were still destroyed. Even through their friends in the primeval universe, they sent word to Luofeng. However, Luofeng still rejected them. Ha ha ha! Purple Moon Ancestor suddenly raised his head and laughed loudly. The universe lords and true gods below were all filled with shock and confusion. I didn't expect that after being so proud for so long, I would finally fall to this Milky Way leader. Purple Moon Ancestor laughed madly. Go, all of you go. Purple Moon Ancestor waved his hand below. Go gather with your friends and family. There's still half a day before everything is destroyed. The many universe lords and true gods standing below couldn't control their emotions. There's no eternal glory. Everything has its own cycle. If we are destroyed today, that Luofeng will die one day too. Our Purple Moon sacred land has existed for so long. Compared to those races that only lived for 3 reincarnations, we're much better. Be content. That human race will be destroyed one day too. Some saw through life and death, some hated Luofeng, some cursed humanity, and many more warriors flew out of the palace. Before they died, they went to do their last things. They went to see their homes, to see their disciples and wait for death. Who? Purple Moon Ancestor too walked out of the palace and entered the universe laws. Within the laws, his gaze could land on any space in the sacred land universe. Everything has ended. Purple Moon Ancestor said softly. My race will be destroyed too. However, I, Purple Moon, will not admit defeat. I will not admit defeat. Luofeng watched from afar. The distant huge universe began to crack and crumble at an extremely fast speed. Like when huge Axe died, his small universe origin energy was still intact. Hence, the crumbling speed was very slow. However, this kind of devoured, the origin energy was completely devoured and the membrane was destroyed very quickly. It's here. Luofeng's 5 pairs of wings trembled. Within the destroyed Purple Moon sacred land universe, a beam of light was flying over with shocking speed. Shwa! 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 Luofeng continued to teleport and swiftly closed in. The last pair of wings. The 5 pairs of wings on Luofeng's back immediately flew out, swiftly combining with the pair of silver wings that flew over. Primal Chaos Golden Wings. Luofeng looked at the glaring 6 pairs of wings floating in mid-air. He couldn't help but smile. This was the complete Primal Chaos Golden Wings. Of course, even though his level was high, reaching the pinnacle of Void True God, he didn't have the right to activate the 5th level. The 5th stage was for an ordinary eternal real God to activate. As he couldn't activate it even if he got it, plus devouring the Purple Moon sacred land required 100,000 years, hence Luofeng waited until now to attack. Ha ha! The 6 pairs of wings on Luofeng's back opened. It's complete. However, the 5th pair of wings is damaged internally. The other 5 pairs of wings of the killer Wu wings relied on the energy within the origin energy to repair themselves. Only the last pair of wings wasn't repaired. My god energy is burning to the max now, I can repair it. Luofeng tried, however, the repair speed is ridiculously slow. If I were an eternal true god, I would probably be able to repair it very quickly. No rush. I have plenty of time now. Luo Feng immediately teleported and flew towards the destroyed Purple Moon Sacred Land universe. This was, after all, a Sacred Land universe. Over a long period of time, he might have found some ancient ruins from the three great forbidden grounds. Luo Feng naturally scanned the area carefully. However, he only had a small harvest. Luo Feng stood in mid-air. Around him were shattered continents and space fragments. The place he was standing at was the Sacred Land Universe's origin space. Luo Feng frowned and looked around. The Sacred Land Universe is destroyed. Then where's the Purple Moon ancestor? The destruction of a small universe meant that the strong couldn't level up, but it couldn't kill the strong. The Purple Moon Sacred Land was destroyed, but the Purple Moon ancestor should still be alive. Whether it's the Purple Moon ancestor or the East Emperor ancestor. Even against the threat of the world beasts, they could only endure. Luo Feng thought, even when they tried to kill me back then, I killed hundreds of universe lords. The Purple Moon ancestor still never stepped out of the Sacred Land universe. Now that the Sacred Land universe has been destroyed, I still haven't seen him. Don't tell me, he's not within the Sacred Land universe. Luo Feng muttered, only his god energy body is within the Sacred Land universe? It's because he has no fighting strength, hence he never came out. Then, Luo Feng turned his head and looked towards the endless distance filled with chaotic energies. That direction was where the Gene God King's huge being was flying from. Deep within the universe sea, are there other secrets? Luo Feng thought, the secrets of the ancient civilization, and the Purple Moon ancestor is there too? To be continued. If you like this work, please come to Qidien.com to vote for me. Your support is my greatest motivation. Chapter 1511. Luo Feng looked at the endless chaos energy flow and pondered. He had long suspected that Purple Moon ancestor was not in this small universe. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been forced to come out. Of course, there was a special situation where Purple Moon ancestor was trapped in the small universe and unable to leave. Then, destroying the small universe would be equivalent to releasing Purple Moon ancestor. But Luo Feng was prepared for this. Not to mention that Morasa was a realm beast emperor equivalent to a void true god. He could defeat all void true gods. At least Purple Moon ancestor would not be able to stop him. And Luo Feng could use the Yuan Array technique. Yuan Array technique was even higher level than the God Eye technique. It was a supreme willpower technique that could make even godly kings go crazy. Even opponents with similar willpower could be greatly affected if one side had the Yuan Array technique. They might even faint. Luo Feng's willpower had become holy. It could be said that those who had not become holy would definitely fall to Luo Feng's willpower attack. East Emperor ancestor and Purple Moon ancestors, small universe. Morasa had tried to swallow them back then, and confirmed that East Emperor ancestor's willpower was stronger and Purple Moon ancestor weaker. Among the void true gods, there are many who have willpower at the eternal true god level. But it's almost impossible to become holy. Luo Feng shook his head. Purple Moon is weaker than East Emperor. It's even more impossible for her to become holy. Whether it's East Emperor or Purple Moon, they've already transcended rebirth. Luo Feng thought. They have unlimited life. Where are they? The universe sea was too mysterious. For example, in the world of Gene, there were the four generals and other eternal true gods. This made Luo Feng understand that he was not invincible. That was why Luo Feng had to hide his trump card, the Realm Beast Emperor. So, Luo Feng brought Morasa back to the primal universe. Morasa stayed in his small universe while Luo Feng returned to the primal universe, in the space of the Milky Way Sacred Land. Let's go to the ancestral god religion. The primal Chaos City leader was very excited. Luo Feng had just returned from the universe sea when the city leader dragged him to the ancestral god religion to ask for the release of the ancestor. He had waited for this day for too long. Luo Feng smiled. The teacher and disciple walked side by side and quickly arrived at the ancestral god palace. He stepped into the ancestral god palace, where 3 ancestral gods were seated. "The 3 of you," the primal Chaos City Master said directly, "I believe you all know why we are here. The realm beast catastrophe has passed, so shouldn't the Origin will keep its promise and release our human ancestors?" The 3 ancestor gods stared downwards. Among them, the old ancestor god spoke, "Primal Chaos City Lord, there's no need to be anxious. Since the Origin will has promised, it will naturally fulfill its promise. The Origin will has already informed us," the young ancestral god said. "This time Luo Feng has solved the world beast calamity. He has contributed greatly. Naturally he can release the ancestor. I believe the willpower has already begun to release the ancestor. In a while, he should directly appear in the ancestral god palace." "It has already begun to be released?" The primal Chaos City Master was excited. Luo Feng too was filled with anticipation. Although he had never received guidance from the progenitor's influence on the human race was immense. It could be said that the ancestor was the leader of humanity's rise, the huge axe and primal chaos were the protectors of humanity's prosperity, and Luo Feng was the pioneer of humanity's glory. "Please wait," the two-faced ancestor god said. The primal Chaos City Master and Luo Feng stood within the palace and waited quietly. Time passed slowly. Suddenly a huge ripple appeared within the palace. The space in the center of the palace warped and a wormhole appeared. A blurry silhouette immediately passed through the wormhole and appeared within the palace. This scene caused the primal Chaos City Master's body to tremble. His eyes were filled with excitement. The silhouette was clear. It was a white-robed man. Wherever he went, space and time seemed to be affected by him. Everything became peaceful and calm. "Teacher." The primal Chaos City Master immediately took a step forward and teleported before the white-robed man. He immediately knelt down and tears flowed down. How long had it been? How long had he waited? The ancestor to him was both a teacher and a father. It was because he had to protect the situation the ancestor created that he, the primal Chaos City Master, was extremely cautious and conscientious. He didn't dare to relax at all. He seriously managed the entire human race. Over the long years, his selflessness and dedication to the race was well known. Even when he took in disciples and nurtured them, it was all for the sake of the race. This made the human warriors incredibly respect the primal Chaos City Master. What they didn't know was that primal chaos only wanted to protect everything his teacher left behind. He didn't want humanity to decline. "Don't be like a child." The ancestor smiled and helped him up. Only then did primal chaos stand up. The ancestor looked at him and sighed, "It's a pity huge axe isn't here anymore." Primal chaos's eyes were filled with sadness. Huge axe was killed by the world beast. Luckily Luo Feng dealt with the world beast calamity and brought back huge axe's treasure god axe. This time when Luo Feng returned, he naturally brought back the god axe. This news was known by the upper echelon of the human race. They all sighed about it. To be able to see the current situation, he would be happy too. The ancestor sighed softly. "This child, he's rash and likes to take risks. Back then I've warned him many times. If he was half as stable as you, he wouldn't, let's not talk about it, let's not talk about it." Daring to call huge axe a child, probably only the ancestor could say such words. The earliest follower of the ancestor was huge axe, after which he took in his first disciple Primal Chaos. The 3 of them had been together for a long time. Primal Chaos was like a little brother, huge axe was like a big brother, and the ancestor was like a father. "Congratulations, ancestor, you've regained your freedom." The 3 ancestor gods walked over. They too respected the absolute being of the primal universe's early stage. Following which the 3 looked at the distant white-robed Luo Feng. "White-robed ancestor, white-robed Luo Feng. Humanity's early and middle stages were equally dazzling existences. Both had completely different styles. The ancestor was calm and indifferent, making any strong warrior feel like a spring breeze when facing him. Luo Feng was like a blade that pierced through the sky. Even though he treated people politely, that sharpness, that sense of absolute determination that went straight for his heart, was enough to make anyone who faced him tremble in fear. Thanks. The ancestor glanced at the three ancestor gods and smiled and nodded. Primal chaos, Luo Feng. The ancestor looked deeply at Luo Feng. Let's go. Luo Feng nodded. He felt that the ancestor had many things to say to him. However, this was the ancestral god palace. It wasn't a place to talk. Let's go. Luo Feng nodded. Immediately, the three vanished from the palace. The three ancestor gods watched as the three pinnacle beings of humanity left. They couldn't help but exchange glances. The two-faced ancestor god couldn't help but exclaim, "The ancestor has returned." With the ancestor and Luo Feng, humanity will be even more glorious and glorious. The ancestor provoked the origin laws to suppress him. Old Sung said, "Luo Feng, even the origin laws won't dare to provoke him. He's even more terrifying. Both of them are with humanity. This human race, how will they fare in the future? Just the two of them alone, in terms of level, they can easily reach the void level. Our cosmic sea will probably have 2 more sacred lands," the young ancestor god said. Everyone knew. The moment Luo Feng dealt with the world beast calamity, there would be no more enemies. Humanity would definitely welcome a long period of prosperity. In the following trillions of eras, humanity would naturally work hard to nurture their successors, making the race even stronger. And with the ancestors' return, humanity was like a tiger that had grown wings. Humanity's strength was something the other races could only look up to. None dared to have any enmity towards them. In a pathway within the human domain's Milky Way sacred land, the ancestor, primal chaos city leader and Luo Feng were walking and looking around. "Look at those universe path doors." The ancestor smiled and exclaimed. In the entire primal universe, every single foreign race true god has a universe path door here. Ha ha ha, back then I never would have thought of such a scene. Luo Feng. The ancestor turned to look at Luo Feng beside him. "I was suppressed for a long time before you appeared. I've been paying attention to you since a long time ago. I originally thought that our human race would produce a new true god. However, I didn't expect you to reach this stage. Even I was able to come out. You've treated me well, I can't repay you, please accept my bow." Luo Feng raised his hand to stop him. "This won't do. Strictly speaking, the ancestor was his teacher. A favor is a favor." The ancestor couldn't accept Luo Feng's request. He could only half bow. "You don't have to care too much about other things. Teacher is such a person," the primal chaos city leader said helplessly. Luo Feng saw the situation and changed the topic. "Right, ancestor. I've always been curious. Just what did you do back then to actually provoke the origin willpower to suppress you? Even when I requested for you to be released earlier, the origin willpower sent a message saying that it was restricted by the highest laws and couldn't let you out. Only after we've dealt with the world beast calamity will we let you out. Right, teacher?" the primal chaos city leader said. "Teacher, you mentioned this to me back then, but only vaguely. Just what's going on?" He only knew that the ancestor and the origin willpower were enemies, and even waged war. As for the main reason, he didn't know. "No rush." The ancestor shook his head and smiled. "Luo Feng, I heard you destroyed the Purple Moon's sacred land universe." "Yes." Luo Feng nodded. This matter had long spread. How could the ancestor who controlled the virtual universe not know about it? "Then I'd like to ask, after destroying the Purple Moon's sacred land universe, what about the Purple Moon ancestor?" The ancestor's eyes were filled with anticipation. "Where is he?" He's someone who has transcended reincarnation and has unlimited life force. Even if the small universe is destroyed, the races, universe lords and true gods within the universe will all die. However, the purple moon ancestor himself should still be alive. Have you seen him? Luo Feng shook his head. No, I haven't seen him. No. The ancestor was stunned. Don't tell me he's just a god energy clone. The ancestor stood there stunned. Don't tell me, if I knew earlier, I wouldn't have walked this path. Luo Feng and the Primal Chaos City leader exchanged glances. What's up? To be continued. If you like this work, please come to Qidien.com to vote for me. Your support is my greatest motivation. Chapter 15:12. He still remembered that not long after Swallowing Star was written, many readers proposed to give the Tomato fan group a name. At that time, the names they came up with were Tomato Sauce, Tomato Garden, Hong Meng, and so on. In the end, many readers agreed that the best one was Red Alliance. The Red League was a homonym for Hong Meng, commemorating the two songs of Hong Meng, Stellar Transformation and Coiling Dragon. Tomatoes were also called I Eat Tomatoes, and the original name also had a homonym for Red. Finally, yes, Red Alliance. Dang, the Red Alliance was formed. This is a loose group of readers who like tomato books. In the past 2 years, some readers have temporarily left the Red League due to work or other reasons, while others have joined. This has caused many stories to appear in the Red League. Because of this, many people have appeared in the Red Alliance. For example, there were a few moderators, such as Chasing Change, Lonely, Hardworking Crab, Violet Rain, Mui, Formless Peak, Mountain Guest, Royal Family Tranquil Wind, Zero, Spring Flower, Black and White. Sweat, if I remember wrongly, please forgive me. Of course, there were also the focal points of the book review section, such as Li Gang, ZZ Letterbro, and a few others. Each and every book review was devoured and studied very carefully. There were also those that he often saw in the book reviews and comments section. Power of Wind and Cloud, Walker in the Stars, Qin Shu, Cloud Scar, SMH Qianyu, Mumu in the Rain, 9 Changes of the Astral Light, South of Yen, Shangguan I'm Sleeping on the Upper Bunk, Qianfan, Young Master Xiang, etc. Actually, when he saw that the avatar of those replies had the words Red League on them, he would feel emotional because they were all too familiar. The brothers and sisters of the Red Alliance appeared in the book review section almost every day. Don't doubt it. I've read almost every single post in the book review section, including the replies. Alright, let's talk about our Alliance leader. The Alliance Master had no choice but to negotiate. Every time the book review section was flooded with red, it would cause many readers to exclaim in surprise. Tomato was ashamed that he didn't even say a word of thanks to his brothers. Purple Moon, when we are rushing for first place in the monthly votes, there will be several red float. Every time, our morale will increase greatly. Including his sock puppets, he had over 60 million fans. The Roaming Dragon and the Right Hand were 10 million alliances. Just 2 days ago, Long Inue was crazily floating red. From what I remember, it floats up once a week. If I remember correctly, Lucifer, Fning, Bian, Mu, Chen Juan, Idiot, Walker, Pig with Bastard Temperament, Drunkard, Tranquil Wind, Gongzi and others were all firepower support from the early days of Star Devourer. Many of them had supported Tomato since the beginning of the story of the 9 Cauldrons. Celestial Blood Impermanence, also known as Black and White. He had been Tomato's moderator during the Coiling Dragon era, and he had always supported Tomato. GG had also been supporting Tomato for a long time and was also a moderator. Just yesterday, I think. It was even red. Of course, the Red Alliance also had a few beautiful Alliance Masters. Spring Flower, Rubman, Thousand Rain, Thousand Water, AI Chen, and Violet Rain. Is Violet Rain a girl? GAGA, of course, the Red League also had a bunch of handsome guys like Invincible Handsome Guy, Brother Tao, Little White, Awesome Little Tiger, chasing change, young master Xiang, etc. As for the others, Tomato didn't dare to confirm their gender. You're the Tomato God, who had been supporting Tomato for a long time. Yu Gu Qianfan, Might of the Red League, Power Wind and Cloud, Grand Master Hongmeng, Soul of Helan Mountain, Little Wolf, Non-Survivors, Huyen Aobua, Feng Shui Luo, Black Heaven, Lost in Dreams, Yoji Yoji, Fresh Meaning, I'm on the Upper Bunk, Pistachio, Gray-Eyed Maple Leaf, Heaven's Breath, Face Like Peach Blossom, Purple Air from the East, ZZDBWW, Magic Wind, Ignorant Fatty, Ichenzi, Alu, Yannan Shangguan, Tomato Linmeng, Ing Qingfeng, same person as Drunkard, right? Left Hand Deep Blue, Sky Sentient. Those that I've written have left a deep impression on me as I've read their comments. There were also many Alliance Masters who didn't speak much in the book review section after they became read. They didn't speak much, and it had been a long time. Tomato couldn't remember them all. However, Tomato read all the 269 Alliance Masters one by one and recalled them carefully. Tomato couldn't say them one by one due to the limited number of words. There will be an appendix at the end of this chapter. Sigh. There were so many readers who had tipped him 100,000 Qidian coins. As Tomato read the names one by one, a large number of memories surfaced in his mind. There was no need to mention the large number of other readers. There were millions of readers. Some left comments in the book review section. Tomato had some impression of them. Some quietly read and voted. They never left comments. Tomato didn't even know their names. It was because of this group of awesome Alliance Masters, a large number of brothers and sisters who were active in the book review section, and even more brothers who quietly read and voted, that Tomato's results were so good. Tomato was grateful. Awesome Alliance Masters, a large number of brothers and sisters who were active in the book review section, brothers who quietly read and voted. All those who supported Tomato and liked Tomato's books eventually formed the Red Alliance. We got to know each other because of books. We happily chatted in the book review section, talking about the plot of the novel. Maybe because of work, entrepreneurship, or other reasons, some of them would leave temporarily in the future. But I believe that this would be a beautiful memory in my life. Even if it was short, it would still exist. As for me, Tomato, I would continue writing. Hopefully, 10 years later, when I read the book review section, I would still be able to see some of my brothers and sisters. Even if they weren't active anymore, I would be satisfied if I could see them once in a while. The brothers and sisters of the Red Alliance were able to meet again because of Tomato's book. They could chat and talk. It was fate. You liked my books, and it was my honor. As for me, I would definitely work harder to write. At the same time, I would like to thank all my brothers and sisters who supported me. Thank you. Below is a list of Alliance leaders. Tomato will keep this list well. Qidian will also help me keep it well. After a long time, I will come back to take a look. Perhaps 10 years later, there will still be brothers and sisters reading Tomato's book. Ha ha. 1 Purple Moon 19702 Right Hand 3 Dragon Roaming the World 994 Purple Moon 19755 Dragon Roaring Moon 6 Carl King 7 Hell Lucifer 8 Fning 9 Reading Lonely 10 Sway 11 Mu _12 Juchen 13 Idiot 010114 Wise Martial Artist 15 Blood Impermanence 16 Pig with Bastard Temperament 17 Purple Moon 1979 1-8 Royalty 19 Drunkard Wind 20 Red Alliance Young Master 21 Spring Flower Assault 22 Invincible Handsome 23 S Xiao by 24 Brother Tao 25 Jimmy Noof 26 Book Friend 110222827 This Wound is You 28 Wandering Abroad 29 Kaboka 30 God's Messenger 131 Little Tiger 32 Sounds of Nature 332 Fly 34 Super Invincible 35 Blood Blue Sky 36 Roddick 137 38 Qianfan 39 SL 0740 Chasing Change 41 Mu Jinyao 42 Blue Lucky Fuhai 43 Too Boring 44 Just Passing by 45 Dragon Soaring Abyss 46 Mighty Red Alliance 47 Sea Flowers Fall 48 Little Atom 88849 Red Light Area 50 Rubbing People 51 Wind Chime Grass 52 Purple Moon 2000 53 Crazy World 54 Like Jiangnan 55 Sunset Red Wine 56 Hard Crab 57 Professor Crazy For You 58 Wind N Cloud V 59 Palace Master 60 Moon Shadow in the Water 61 Xiao Yao Dao 62 Tai Shang Hong Meng Zhu 63 Xiao Yao E Clan Spirit 64 Tang Rue A 65 Tornado Horizontal 66 Hua Feng Kiss 67 Soaring de Swallow 68 2 Dependent 69 Small Bowl of Glutinous Rice Balls 70 Night Bat 71 Lijianfeng 72 Ibu Shan 73 Jiangsu Shuzhou 74 Sword Unsheathing 75 Swallowing Space Star 76 Looking for First Love 77 Jilin Xiaojiu 78 Red Alliance Xiang Shao 79 Water Moon Heart Traceless 80 Helan Mountains Soul 81 Tao 82 Zhou 83 Road Difficult 00184 Zhang Feng 85 Starry Sky 86 Bright Moon 87 Book Friend 15925 188 Green Tomato 89 Ming Yu 90 Messiah Leaf 91 Wu Yuan 92 Starwood 93 Qi Qianshui 94 Domineering is King 95 Bird Egg That Can Fly 96 Emptiness 97 Non-Remnant 98 Nobody 99 Love Bag 100 Water Buffalo 072 8101 This is F** King 102 Jiang Yilan 103 Red Alliance Mui 104 Full Ash 105 Brahma Wuji 106 DD 52100 5107 Huyen Albua 108 Adjusted Ash 109 Fei in the Night 110 Feather Autumn Shadow Purple 111 Gue Gue AI Nana 112 Lonely Little Fatty 113 Aquariusal 114 Star Cow 115 Fong Shui Yi 3116 God's Word 117 Brutal 118 Playing Ink Under the Lamp 119 Tian VIP 120 Gentle Breeze Confuses the Heart 121 0 Point Movement 122 Zhou Haibao 123 Cool 124 Flower Waiting 125 126 _____ Immortal 127 Black Heaven 128 Failure V 129 Xiao Yao I 130 Red Alliance 131 Starry Ranger 132 Elioc Chelio 31133 Book Friend 151949134 Red Alliance Dance 135 Lost in Dreams 136 Zhou Ku 137 Flying Dragon 138, Toniliang 139 Gagogo 198, 2140 Luo, 141 Chun Cun 142 Shiju Nu 143 Yen, Yoji 144 Black Tortoise Shikigami 145 Broken Heart 146 Ghostly. MF_Freedom 148 Fresh Meaning 149 Defeated Float 150 Interstellar Newbie 11 Permetha 152 Heartbreak Blue 153 Red Alliance YY 513 7154 Male Sign Yunju Female Sign 155 Erdmu 156 Second Young Master Tang 157 I'm on the Upper Bunk 158123 Pistachio 159 Cupid 160 Jiangnan MQ 161 Godse 162 Jerry Kim 163 Bookfriend 090 325 164 Chaotic Lulu 165 Gray-Eyed Maple Leaf 166 I'm not Floating Forest 167, I'm Awesome B Rank Nickname Level 168 8-Legged by 169 Heaven Breath 170 Ah Lu 171 Infatuated Love 172 I Am Deluo Jean 173 Leave Fall Lonely Rain 174 Cut Dust 175 Turning Book Because of Loneliness 176 Water Falls Oblique 177 Moo Go Cries 178 Little Lazy Toad 179 From the Stars 180 Shadow Stream 191 Right Monarch 192 Who Says I Don't Hate 193 I Am a Vagabond 194 Tsang Gu Lien 195 Burning Bird 196 Streets Wandering 197, Speechless 198. This poor monk's Dharma name is Li 199. Face like a peach blossom 12,200. Kirchin ******* 201. Pure loneliness 202. Regret and pain 203. Book friend 090219204. Being kind to others 205. Super Player 04206 Z Yadong Lai 207 Yen Nan Shangguan 208 Xiao Yiku Air 209 Hosg 210 Magic Swarm of Wind 211 ZZDBWW 212 Understand Muddled Fatty 213 Old Me Lu Jin 214 I Chen Zien 0215 Suning Su Ning 216 Red League Loneliness 217 Wind Bell Valley 218 Good Reading Days 219 Lonely as a Shadow 220 Silver Moon Dancing Days 221 Yuan Aichen 222 Zimiao 223 Muen 224 Human Nature 225 No Fate Follows Regret 226 5137 Etion 227, Sherwang 101228 Nun 229, Not Seen 201, 2230 Want to See 231 Minggu 232. 2 months 233 Yumuyan 234 My Dream Follows Fate 235 Ingqiao 236 Kirchin 237 Flying Fairy 238 If You Like 239 Tomato Lin Meng 240 Shrimp Bowl Noodles 241 This Man Waiting to Marry 242 Love To See Another World 243 Idiot You Are Very 244 October Spring 245 Memories of the Past 246 Starlight 9 Transformations 247 Snow Hoji 248 Wind Shadow Disappearing 249 Spring Flowers Attack Again 250 Ing Qingfeng 251 A Gust of Wind 252 Misty Rain 253 Nostalgic Boy 254 Lingering Thoughts 255 The Only One in the Red League 256 Evil Li 257 Ma Liang 258 Tang Ryu V _V 259 Left Hand Deep Blue 260 March Red League 261 The Sky is High and the Clouds Are Thin 20262 The Nth Season 263 Idiot Little Wintermelon 264 Red League Navy Brother 265 Red League Hell 266 Red League ** 267 Star Navy 268 Red League 269 If the Sky Has Feelings, to be continued. If you like this work, please come to Qidien.com to vote for me. Your support is my greatest motivation. Chapter 1513. The ancestor's expression was complicated. Didn't you want to know why I was suppressed? Luo Feng and the primal chaos city leader listened carefully. Back then I rose swiftly. The ancestor said slowly. Even during the first and second reincarnations, none were my match. I roamed the universe sea, I was invincible back then. However, I've always been wary of the two sacred lands. Even though I said I was invincible, I wasn't arrogant enough to say I was a match for the two elders. The ancestor said, I was thinking why the two elders never came out. Even if they broke free from the reincarnation and were truly invincible and lonely, they wouldn't always be trapped within the sacred land universe. Unless they can't come out. The ancestor said, back then I suspected that the reincarnation was a trap. Trap? Luo Feng and the primal chaos city leader were shocked. Back then I guessed that everything was a trap of the origin willpower. The ancestor said, however, after I was suppressed, I came into contact with the highest laws. Only then did I understand that I was wrong, I was extremely wrong. Everything in the universe C operates according to the highest laws. The origin willpower can only control everything within the primal universe. It can't force anyone to enter the reincarnation. It doesn't have the authority. The primal chaos city leader frowned. However, teacher, the moment one reaches the void level, doesn't one have to enter the reincarnation in a short period of time? Right. The ancestor said, that's the restrictions of the highest laws. Only the highest laws can give orders to true gods and even higher levels. The ancestor said, after being suppressed for so long, I've finally understood. The origin willpower can't force anyone to go to a certain place. If it was like that, it could force Lord Yuan Ao and King Zhenjia to go to the 3 forbidden lands to die. There wouldn't be a need to use so many methods. Luo Feng nodded as he heard. Right. He had discussed with his teacher. Obviously the origin willpower wasn't something to be afraid of. It couldn't do anything to a true god, as long as it didn't violate the highest laws. I was suppressed. The ancestor said, actually I violated the highest laws, hence the origin willpower was able to suppress me. Otherwise it wouldn't have been able to suppress me. How did you violate it? Luo Feng and Primal Chaos were curious. The primordial ancestor smiled and said, back then, I was wary of the origin will, suspecting that the origin will was the mastermind. So I tried my best to investigate and find clues. Gradually, I discovered that the intelligence of the origin will itself is not very high. It only has the most basic intelligence. It should be a very weak will born from the primeval origin of the universe. Weak? Luo Feng and Primal Chaos were stunned. Yes. The primordial ancestor nodded. The origin will itself is very weak. It is only by borrowing the power of the primeval universe's origin that it possesses such boundless might. At that time, I didn't want to challenge samsara. I was worried that I would be bound forever. The primordial ancestor said, therefore, I thought of a method to destroy the origin will and turn my will into the origin will of the primeval universe. What? Luo Feng and Primal Chaos were shocked. Possession? Wasn't this a possession? Actually, Luo Feng had discovered in his past interactions that the willpower itself didn't have much power. Even killing the Yuan Ao Lord required the help of his underlings. Many of his actions were done with the help of the ancestral god sect. Luo Feng even had thoughts of taking control of the primal universe. However, it was just a thought. After all, Luo Feng hadn't thought of any good ideas. Hence, I created the virtual universe. The primordial ancestor smiled. My virtual universe and the real universe. It's like two sides of the same body, completely compatible. I myself am a life form of the primeval universe. The primeval universe doesn't reject me. When my willpower borrowed the virtual universe technique to cover the entire primeval universe, hence, it began its final clash with the origin will. The primordial ancestor said. Luo Feng and Primal Chaos were completely dumbfounded. The initial purpose of the creation of the virtual universe was actually to take over someone else's body. However, I was wrong. The primordial ancestor sighed. Back then, I was like a frog in a well, calculating some things based on my own conjectures. However, in reality, I was ridiculously wrong. I wanted to take control of the primeval universe. This went against the highest laws. Hence, the highest laws punished me. That was why I lost the battle and was suppressed. The highest laws punished me, allowing me to come into contact with the highest laws. Only then did I understand many things. Beside, Luo Feng and Primal Chaos were completely silent. That was impressive. This primordial ancestor had really clashed with the origin will. He suspected that the origin will was the final mastermind. He even saw the weakness of the origin will and created the virtual universe technique. After that, he almost succeeded in taking control of the primeval universe. No wonder the origin will wasn't willing to let him go. The Primal Chaos City leader exclaimed. Luo Feng had to solve the realm beast calamity. With a huge contribution, only then would the highest laws allow him to be released. Luo Feng's heart skipped a beat. The realm beast side and the primeval universe side, one represented destruction and the other represented life. They were both absolute opposites. No matter which side won, they would be treated well by the highest laws. Obviously, the highest laws treated both sides equally. If the realm beast won in the end, naturally it would destroy everything. If the primeval universe won, Luo Feng would be judged to have made a huge contribution. However, it's still unfair. Luo Feng thought. When the realm beast emperor is equivalent to the void level, they aren't forced to enter the reincarnation cycle. However, us true gods, the moment we reach the void level, we have to enter the reincarnation cycle. That's right. The realm beast emperor is equivalent to the primeval universe. They have the highest position. Us primeval universe life forms, comparatively speaking, our positions are lower, and the restrictions we receive are greater. In the cosmic sea, the highest positions were the primeval universe and the realm beast emperor. As for the trillions of life forms, even Luo Feng, who had reached a life form level of 100,000 times, even with the trillions of life forms worshipping him, he was still slightly lower than the primeval universe and the realm beast emperor. This made Luo Feng very happy within, because he had enslaved the realm beast emperor after all. After the realm beast calamity, the entire cosmic sea regained its peace. The first and second reincarnation era's small universe were all destroyed. Even though Bone Lord had joined the realm beast side, Morosha didn't die. Theoretically speaking, Bone Lord's small universe should still be around. However, in order to prevent the news that the realm beast king was still alive from leaking out and arousing suspicion after Morosha became a king, before he went against the Purple Moon Holy Land, Morosha received orders to kill Lord Skeleton with a single thought. That small universe was also destroyed. In the peaceful times, time passed very quickly. In the blink of an eye, tens of thousands of eras had passed. Every era, the membrane of the gene world will turn white once. A new universe lord of the demon race, planet Pyrolite's leader, was riding on a palace and flying towards the gene world. Usually very, very long, only a warrior would go to the gene world once. Planet Pyrolite's leader looked shocked at the distant space. Did I go the wrong way? Planet Pyrolite's leader suspected that he had come to the wrong place. He carefully looked at the map of the cosmic sea, and then looked at the surrounding object. That's right, this is where the realm of Gene is located. That huge being has disappeared? The Gene world has disappeared? Planet Pyrolite's leader was extremely shocked. Rumble. Like a storm, the news quickly spread throughout the primeval universe. The warriors of the various races all knew about the disappearance of the Gene world. In less than half a day, Luo Feng was the first to arrive after Planet Pyrolite's leader. Why isn't it here? A silver-armored Luo Feng stood within the chaos energy, carefully looking into the distance. A long time ago, the body of the Gene God Emperor was floating there. Shwa, shwa, shwa. Luo Feng immediately began to teleport and search. It wasn't just Luo Feng, the warriors of the various races were searching. However, no matter how they searched, they couldn't find the Gene world. Obviously, in the past tens of thousands of eras, the Gene world had quietly left. As no warriors had come for a long time, naturally no one had discovered it. Only when Planet Pyrolite's leader prepared to head out to train himself did he discover it. My god body is still in the Gene world. Standing in space, Luo Feng frowned and pondered. In the endless depths of the cosmic sea, a huge being was flying at a terrifying speed. Within its body, within the Gene world, on an island in the Python River camp of the Eastern Army, Luo Feng's god body was there. Close to an era ago, his main body had found out about the Gene world's disappearance. Only then did the god body know that it was no longer in the cosmic sea region, but in a foreign land. Just where is the Gene world? After waiting for close to an era, the universe membrane had finally turned white. Piloting a ship, Luo Feng's god energy immediately rushed out of the universe membrane. He was incomparably curious about the depths of the universe sea. He wanted to leave the Gene realm and that colossus to see what this place was like. Rumble. He immediately rushed out of the small universe of the Gene world. This place is... Luo Feng's god body looked outside from within the ship. Endless flames swept past, and the true god-level ship was immediately destroyed. Luo Feng's god body too was destroyed. Primal Universe Galaxy Sacred Land. Luo Feng was lecturing his son Luo Hai. I told you before, I can't help you. If you don't experience it yourself, no one can help you. Yes, your comprehension is weak. However, there's no such thing as an absolute in the cosmic sea. There's always a chance of survival, HM? Father, Luo Hai said carefully. Luo Feng frowned and turned to look at the endless space. Almost as though he was looking through the endless distance, he muttered, instantly destroyed? Luckily I exchanged all my merit points for the world beast. Even though he didn't know where the gene world went, it was obvious that it was still fine. The countless life forms within were still living peacefully. To deal with the world beast calamity, the gene world has come. Luo Feng thought. The gene world, the source, these are all the chances of survival for the primal universe. Now that the world beast calamity has passed, the gene world has quietly left. Luo Feng could understand. The gene world contained a portion of the ancient civilization. After all, the people living there were the descendants of the ancient civilization. If the gene world remained and didn't leave, the life forms in the reincarnation era would easily obtain the ancient civilization's inheritance. Obviously, it wasn't such a good thing. Who knows when I'll be able to see the gene world again? Luo Feng thought. Tomato continued writing the 3rd chapter. To be continued. If you like this work, please come to Qidien.com to vote for me. Your support is my greatest motivation. Chapter 15-14. Time flowed like water. In the peaceful days, over 60 billion eras had passed without a sound. Within Luo Feng's small universe, blue sky, white clouds, birds and beasts were everywhere, tall mountains, and spring water flowed down from the mountains. On one of the mountain peaks sat a man in a white robe. It was Luo Feng, and beside him stood a tall and simple guard. The guard gazed into the distance. A few light years away there was a youth teleporting over. A silver-haired youth appeared at the foot of the mountain. Following closely, he stepped in mid-air and arrived beside the mountain. This silver-haired youth was extremely respectful and passionate. Father! Xiemo, what's up recently? Luo Feng looked at this silver-haired youth, his eyes filled with love. Xiemo was very outstanding. Luo Feng's care for him wasn't much less than his own son. As Xiemo was one of the early life forms Luo Feng created when he created the races. It could be said that Xiemo was Luo Feng's child. Luo Feng created the many races that formed the Ocean Clan. Over 10 billion eras after the world beast calamity, the Ocean Clan gave birth to their first true god. That was Xiemo. One had to know. Right now the human race had a total of 9 great clans. Each had many true gods. The 3 strongest were the Virtual Universe Company, Huge Axe Dojo and Milky Way Country. Milky Way Country, with Earth and Ocean as the core, along with large amounts of warriors, Luo Feng was the supreme leader. This was on the surface. In truth, the Milky Way Country was mainly led by Xiemo. Because, at Luo Feng's level, the entire human race was affected. There was no need to create another power. It was Xiemo who said back then, Father, our Ocean Clan and Earth Clan doesn't have enough authority to speak in the upper echelons of humanity. With Luo Feng's approval, the Milky Way Country was formed. Actually, Luo Feng had realized that Earth was created by Mountain Guest. It had indeed produced many geniuses. It was destined to be a very strong clan. The Ocean Clan was created by him back then to pursue the perfect life structure. Through many attempts, they had their own strengths and shocking potential. The 2 clans were so strong, yet they didn't have enough authority. Naturally, many warriors were unhappy. However, Luo Feng's side only consisted of Luo Feng, Hong, and Huaqiong. Among them, Luo Feng's position was too high and aloof, Hong was too indifferent, and Huaqiong wasn't from Earth or Yuhai, so he didn't have enough influence. When Xiemo became a true god, many of the universe lords of the 2 lineages naturally gathered under his banner. With him taking the lead, everything fell into place. Using Luo Feng's name to create the Milky Way Country, they naturally had better control over their own words, raising their own positions within the human race. He had no choice but to fight for it. The main reason was that the humans were too powerful. After more than 60 billion eras, the human race now had a total of 98 true gods and 1,222 masters of the universe. At this stage, humans were mainly fighting among themselves for resources and the right to speak. Godfather Seamus was incomparably respectful. Recently, our Milky Way nation had another person break through to become a lord of the universe. Luo Feng nodded. Now that he had broken through to Universe Lord, Luo Feng didn't even care. Junior brother Naku is improving very quickly. If he is given enough time, he should be able to become the master of the universe, Shima said. Naku. Luo Feng smiled. Naku was the youth that he had guided back in Blood River World when he was still very weak. His position in the human race was very high, yet he had secretly paid attention to the development of Blood River World and Naku's growth. He had even secretly helped Naku 3 times, it was just that Naku himself didn't realize. From Luo Feng's point of view, if Naku couldn't rely on himself to become an emperor undying, then there was no need for Luo Feng to guide him. If he could become an emperor undying, only then would there be value in guiding him. Even though Luo Feng had secretly helped him 3 times, the crux was still Naku himself. He had suffered countless hardships and struggled for trillions of years before becoming an emperor undying. When Naku became an emperor undying, Luo Feng personally descended to Blood River World and accepted him as his disciple. Every once in a while, Luo Feng would personally guide him. Normally, he would leave it to Shimo, even though Naku is at the pinnacle of the universe night. Shima shook his head. However, in this reincarnation era, I'm afraid there's no time for him to become a universe lord. HM? Luo Feng frowned. We've arrived? Under Father's orders, I've always been paying attention to the primal universe, Shimo said respectfully. Right now there are movements within the primal universe, it all means the primal universe has already entered its apocalypse. I'm afraid it won't be long before it's destroyed. Movements? Luo Feng looked at Shimo. Shimo nodded. Right now there are countless star fields in the primal universe, there are large amounts of stars being destroyed. Even though it's common for stars to reach their end, such a large scale has never happened before. And right now the chances of geniuses appearing are obviously plummeting. Shimo explained the situation beside him. It's finally going to be destroyed. Luo Feng suddenly stood up. He had waited for too long. Back then during the battle with the world beast, he had already reached the pinnacle of the void true god level. At that time, he could already create his own level 12 technique. Over 60 billion eras had passed. He often interacted with Morasa. Morasa had demonstrated his comprehension of the destruction laws for Luo Feng to study, allowing him to improve quite a bit. Of course he couldn't compare to Morasa. Luo Feng had already reached the pinnacle of the void true god level. As for Morosha's improvement speed, it made Luo Feng jealous and helpless. At the beginning of its growth period, it was equivalent to a void real god. After more than 60 billion eras had passed, Morosha had naturally evolved to a stage that was equivalent to an eternal real god. Master. The simple and honest guard beside him was excited. Luo Feng looked at the guard. The simple and honest guard was Morasa. I've been waiting for this day for a long time. Luo Feng smiled. Father. Shimo was shocked. How would he know that Luo Feng and the original willpower had made a promise back then, which was to study when the primal universe was destroyed? That was a great opportunity. But before that, I have to go somewhere. Luo Feng's gaze was misty as he looked at the void. You don't have to follow me. Whoosh. Luo Feng took a step and disappeared. Only Shimo and the simple and honest guard were left looking at each other. Luo Feng appeared in the silent barren star field where no life could be born. How long has it been? Luo Feng mumbled. Back then, he was an ignorant little guy from Earth who stepped out of Earth and into the universe. It had been a long time. Teacher Mountain Passenger had helped him a lot. What does Teacher Mountain Passenger want me to do? After the realm beast catastrophe, I thought Teacher would come to find me. But he never came looking for me. I was not in a hurry, so I waited patiently. But Teacher never called me. Luo Feng's hand brushed the void gently. He could feel the faint ripples in the void. The moment he entered the primal universe, he understood. The primal universe had indeed entered the end of the world. Not long after, it would undergo the final destruction. After he comprehended the destruction, he would no longer suppress his power. In that case, he would not suppress his abilities and he would become a void real god immediately. Then, he would attempt reincarnation. But until now, Mountain Passenger had never told him what he wanted him to do. No matter what, even if it was a life-and-death adventure, Luo Feng would never frown. Hua! Luo Feng stepped through the void and arrived in front of a palace. There was a huge pond in front of the palace. There were fishes swimming in the pond. An old man stood beside the pond, watching everything leisurely. Coming. Mountain Passenger looked at the pond and said casually, "Coming." Luo Feng walked over. Mountain Traveler glanced at him with a smile. "I'm wondering if your patience is better or mine. Now, it seems that my patience is better." Luo Feng smiled helplessly. Was this a competition of patience? Teacher Mountain Passenger spent a lot of effort and took out a treasure like the Star Tower. He even ignored his own small universe to protect Luo Feng's small universe during the realm beast catastrophe. All of this showed how much importance Mountain Passenger placed on this, but now, he was acting like a child. Was this a competition of patience? Teacher. Luo Feng could not help but say, the primal universe's reincarnation era is about to end. Once I understand the entire process of the primal universe's destruction. Soon, I won't be suppressing my strength anymore. After I break through, I will attempt reincarnation. Teacher, what do you want me to do? Please tell me quickly. Ha ha ha. Mountain Passenger laughed heartily. No rush, no rush. No rush? Luo Feng was shocked. Mountain Passenger flipped his hand and a gold crystal appeared in his palm. He looked at it carefully for a long time before passing it to Luo Feng. Teacher, this is? Luo Feng looked at the gold crystal. It shouldn't be a treasure. Take it with you. Mountain Passenger said, there's an illusory consciousness within it. Illusory consciousness? Luo Feng was curious. Even though the previous Duandong he died, he still left behind an illusory consciousness to choose his successor. When the Gene God King left, he too left behind an illusory consciousness. This illusory consciousness had all the memories left behind by the original body. However, it had no battle capabilities. It was just like an AI robot with an ocean of memories. That's my illusory consciousness, Mountain Passenger said. I said before, there are some things I can't say, because under the rules, I can't say them. Luo Feng was stunned. I'll wait for you to attempt reincarnation. Mountain Passenger smiled. When you attempt reincarnation, you won't be restricted by the rules. My illusory consciousness will be able to say everything. When you attempt reincarnation, take out this gold crystal. My illusory consciousness will appear, everything, you'll know. Luo Feng nodded thoughtfully. No wonder Mountain Passenger wasn't in a rush. He had to wait for reincarnation before the illusory consciousness would be able to say everything. Go. Mountain Passenger said, don't worry and prepare. The primeval universe is the most perfect and vast universe. Its destruction contains the most vast and endless mysteries. The benefits to you are unimaginable. When the time comes, study it carefully. Then go and attempt reincarnation, don't be afraid. Attempting reincarnation isn't a trap or a disaster. It's a good thing. After which, Mountain Passenger turned his head and continued to look at his fish. Obviously, he didn't want to say anything else. Luo Feng was stunned. After which, He bowed slightly to express his thanks and left quietly. Tomorrow's finale. Tomato will probably finish writing 20,000 words in one go. Hence, the next update should be around 12 p.m. tomorrow night. Maybe earlier, maybe later. To be continued. If you like this work, please come to Chidien.com to vote for me. Your support is my greatest motivation.